Oh my goodness. I know y'all can hear me just fine, right? Can y'all hear me okay? Yeah, hey. How are we doing? How are we doing? We're trying to get this going. Okay, we're trying to get this going. I don't know what's going on with Mama Hook stuff, but we're going to try again. Maybe she might need to turn her phone off and turn it back on. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with Mama Hook stuff. Welcome in, Nosy. How are you doing? Dog lover, welcome in, welcome in. We're trying to get this going. Um, Mama Hook's having some technical difficulties. Technical difficulties with Mama Hook. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna try to tell her to turn her phone off and turn it back on. Hey, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? We're trying to get some stuff going because we want to address a few things tonight. So, hey, Maine, how are you doing? So, I'm trying to address a few things that were said the other day, and I'm trying to get Mama Hook up because she needs to address a few things too. We're going to try to clear up some of this air that is not true. So, we'll see. We'll see. But what everybody else doing? If somebody else want to come up, you can. Um, I'm not doing my satire tonight, but we can probably do some satire tomorrow. I got some new things tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. We're gonna do some new stuff tomorrow. Hello, Demon Boy. How are you doing? And I'm not showing my face because I'm just not ready, and I'm tired. I've worked all day. I've worked all day. Man, you said yes. You need to see satire. Yeah, I know. I've been missing it. I've been missing making people laugh. I really have. Like my silver fox disease is getting so bad. Like it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. And we're gonna have a new episode. Come up with some new stuff. So I've been working on some things. Got a new song that we're gonna have tomorrow. I'm thinking about going live. What time does everybody go to work? Like I know y'all usually get up really super early with me just to see my lives, but I don't want to get y'all up too early. Like I'm off for the next 2 days. I'm off for the next 2 days. You're at work at by 7:30. I'm gonna have to get up early just for y'all. I guess I will. I can always go back to bed. It's not like I can't go back to bed. Hey Darlene. Hey Christy. How are y'all doing? You love your silver fox. It's starting to look bad too. Oh, mine is really looking bad. Like the monks are just not growing their hair fast enough. You know, it's got to match my length in order for it to do anything, and it's just not doing it. Like, it's not. Like, the silver fox is just being terrible. A good afternoon nap. Yes, it is required for days off. And guys, I've got a new idea too for, I was going to do a voiceover thing, and, well, not a voiceover thing, but like a lip sync thing to that, get in the water thing. Since I live over here close to the beach, I was going to try to do, y'all know I'm not very good at makeup, but I was going to do like some mermaid makeup and get like a a blanket, wrap it up like a little baby, and pretend like I'm coming out of the water, and see how that goes. That's what I was thinking about doing. I may have to put that on my backup account. But doing some makeup and stuff like that, and doing like a little voiceover thing. I wanted to try it, but I think I'm gonna feel stupid. I can drive it. Okay, that's fine. Makeup always looks great. Well, thanks. Thanks. I'm thinking of some ideas. I got a bunch of shells, and I was gonna make like a crown of shells and like come out of the water with like, I got like a gray top bathing suit thing that kind of looks like a seal thing, like a seal skin or something like that. Like that's probably what I'll do, and try to come out there with a blanket and stuff and everything. Hey, Dee Dee. Yep, you're back. You're back. I'm waiting on Mama Hook. I think she's trying to reset her phone. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I can always delete it. I just don't have a good cameraman. Like I need a cameraman. Yes, it does pay to have adult kids. It sure does. It's their turn to take care of us. Well, not really, but yeah, you know, that's what we would hope. But you know, it is what it is. Well, I don't know. Maybe I need to go out to the car and just start doing some satire. Yeah, it pays to have a 16-year-old. Yes, it does. My kids are grown. Like my children are all the way grown. I have a 22-year-old and 25-year-old, so they're grown. But they still call mama. They still call mama. I have a real good relationship with my kids. Yeah, someone's being filtered. Yeah, someone's being filtered. I like it when people get filtered. For 35, 20, 32, 20, and 16. All girls. Oh my goodness. I have just a boy and a girl. Just a boy and a girl. That was it. I was like, that's enough. I'm gonna have grandkids. I can take care of those. Hello, Mama Three. How are you doing? How are you doing? Thank you, Heather Wise. Now I haven't been on live in a while. Like, there's stuff that I haven't done. 360 selfie streets. Right? Right. I'm gonna have to have like when I do this video, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I know I'm coming out of the water somehow, and I thought about trying to get my husband in the shot, like maybe just his chest down and stuff to make it look like I'm talking to Odysseus and stuff, and all that stuff to come in the water. But it's an idea. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but it's an idea. It's an idea. Let me check on Mama Hook real quick and make sure that um, she's doing okay. She may have to reset her phone. Uh, let's see here. I'm trying to be entertaining until she gets back because there is a few things that I want to address. Especially the other night. I don't know if y'all watched, but I was in Chris Truth Tellers Live, and there were some things said, and there were some videos posted today, which we already knew that was going to happen. And I was going to address one or two of them, but I know Mama Hook had a few things she wanted to say as well. There's some misinformation going around about us, and someone actually was thinking that they were going to hide and cuss you out in a different language, not knowing that we knew what they were saying. But I know exactly what he was saying. So, yeah, they weren't very respectful, but that's okay. I'm waiting for Mama Hook. I usually don't try to do it on the big account, but I'm going to do it on the big account tonight. Like I try to do it on my smaller account. Like I try to keep them separate, but let me check on Mama Hook one more time. One more time. You're streaming on... yeah, exactly. Like a celebrity, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's so funny. Oh my God, that's so funny. I don't know what's going on. Give me a second. Let me try calling her. Give me a sec. Let me mute myself for just a moment. I think she's having some internet issues. I guess I could try to do what I was going to say. Let me see here. Let me just put this up here. Let's get green screen. And then, is it this one? Let me see. Let's see. I don't know if it's that one. I don't think it's that one. Let's see. No, that's not the one I wanted to show. Now, if you can't see the text, you may want to scroll or put invisible for the things, because I know that the texts are in the way. There were some people saying some things that, one was Mama Hook made fun of her own daughter. That was not true. And this is basically what I want to say. And if you see here, it says Moon Pie has been hanging out with them and sending screenshots of private chats. Okay, so I'm going to get this cleared up right now. We have never reached out to Moon Pie. Moon Pie did not send us any screenshots of any kind, and if she did, I still wouldn't use them. So just let you know that I would not use those. And they were also saying that we were using, let's see, what was it? That we were calling out Mexican homie last night. Well, we weren't. We were just telling him to do his research, and he got angry, and he called us several choice words in another language that I suppose that he didn't think we would know. But I know exactly what you said, Mexican homie. They weren't very nice. And everybody said he's real respectful all the time. No, he's not. And the way that he talked about the women after what he said, the way he was talking about the women, were atrocious. I don't even want to speak the words because I would get banned off of TikTok. And he said it in Spanish just so he wouldn't get banned off TikTok. And it looks to me like he's just right up there with SP. Exactly like her. And if you go and look on my backup page, the Bridgequeen 2, you will see screenshots of where they body shamed me. They called me a beggar. And then there's a little post about KK right behind it that shows that I wasn't a beggar. So I'm waiting for my apology from them for doing what they did to me. And they also have me in the same category as a racist as well. I was called out to be a racist, which I'm not. So that's another thing that I want to get out here straight and formal. There was a person that was trying to get in the box. Her name was Grandma something. I can't remember. It ended up being Catfish. And they said they wanted to tell their story, which I didn't know it was Catfish at the time. But now that I do, she just wanted to share a story. And if people have a story, they can share it. I'm fine. How are you doing? So if people want to, if they don't want to share a story, then they have a right to share their story. And just because someone's in my box doesn't mean that I agree with them. Yeah, she is a big joke. Doesn't mean that I agree with their points of views, but they have a right to say what they want to say. And if they were victimized by someone and we're all in the same group being victimized, then they have the right to say what they want to say. I'm good. It's a day by day. Exactly. It's a day by day for me too. I know exactly what you mean by that. And the fact that they're trying to go after Moon Pie for, and they're spreading false information about her. She has not reached out to us. She asked for us to go into her box to apologize. And I told her she did not have to apologize to me. She had nothing to apologize to me for. I clearly understood where she was coming from when whatever she was saying, because I didn't want to bring the stuff to Moon Pie's live. Didn't want to bring none of that drama to her. And so when they started saying that I was, she spoke about me as well. Of course, I'm sure she did. They called out a lot of people that night that was in Catfish Live trying to calm Catfish down, telling her to be quiet as a racist. Y'all, I'm sorry if y'all hear the loud background. My house echoes. They've also said some mean things about me not having water. They said that, you know, they body shame me and stuff like that. Well, I do have running water. I ain't got to prove it to y'all. I do. I just live in a different country. Things are a little bit different over here. So Moon Pie never reached out to us. She never sent us any screenshots. I'm going to get that cleared up right now. So if they think that Moon Pie has sent us stuff, prove it. Prove it, KK. You say all the time that you can prove everything you speak about. How are you going to prove that she sent us the screenshots unless you have Moonpie's phone? Because Moonpie didn't send us anything. You can't prove that. Well, that's good, Coastal. I'm glad. I never really heard her say the words except for that one little video where they bleeped it out. But it's not clear which words she was saying. But I could tell that she was distraught at the time. So, but when people are distraught, they say different things. They say things that are mean, or like they don't mean, because, you know, some people do that. You know, they get mad and they say, oh, when you're mad, you say the truth. Well, sometimes you get mad and you forget what words you need. I'm not making excuses for people, but you get mad and you forget what words that you need to speak. So, yeah. And as far as Mexican homie goes, I could tell you something in Spanish, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. You are a crude man. Very crude. And you're trying to be out here saying that you're a respectful man. No, you're crude. Just like SP. Yeah, they were also saying that we said a lot of things about Mexican homie. The only thing that we said about Mexican homie was that he needed to do his research on SP. Hey, lots of Tamari. He needs to do his research on SP. And take a look at who he was supporting. And then give Mama Hook an apology for calling her out when he had no proof, except for he was in her box. So if you are guilty by association, and there is a video proof that SP and them were in Catfish's live all the time. So they were supporting her. So if you want to call people out, you got to call yourself out as well. Because you were in there. And you don't need to be all of that. Oh, well, we didn't know at the time. Okay, you would tell me that there was no ignorance for me not to know. Well, there's no ignorance for you either. You have what? One thing about me, but I have everything to say about me. Exactly. They don't know one thing about me, but they have everything to say about you. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm not the only people that they call out. Liza Tamari, if you want to get up here, you can. And this is going to be sort of like a mental health kind of thing, because y'all know that I have been trying to go live and stuff like that. A lot of it has to do with the bullying. I hate using that word because that's what they want us to use. Let me do this. The harassment that I've been getting. They kind of stopped it, but then they started back up. I haven't been going live because I don't want the drama in my satire lives, because that is for the satire. That is to make people happy. But in order to get my message out, I have to go onto my bigger account, because a lot of people don't follow me on my other account. But that has kept me from going live. When they've shamed me on the YouTube and they called me out for a beggar, that affected me, because I'm not that. And I've never tried to portray myself as that. And they really hurt me. She really hurt me. Yeah, over my satire. Exactly. Exactly. Over my satire. You're out smoking? Okay. It really did hurt me. I've been really struggling. And if y'all watch me enough, y'all know I have some issues. I'm not going to say what they are, but I do have some mental issues, because if I do that, they'll just use that against me too, because that's what kind of people they are. But it does cause me to have self-doubt. It causes me to feel like, let me see if I can put this in a way that TikTok won't take it down. It makes me feel like I'm hopelessness if you get to where I'm going at with this. So it kind of puts me in a spot where I don't feel good about myself too much, and I just can't do it. And it takes so much out of me Just doing this by myself up here takes a lot out of me, just saying what I'm saying by myself. Ex-convicts and a dope friend. How many SB are for each other? Yeah, golf girl, exactly. It takes a lot out of me just to go live, to do the satire. And then for me to think that people think badly of me while I was doing my satire, made me feel really bad. Yeah, they have done it to a lot. And I'm not up here trying to play victim. I can tell you that right now. I'm not playing victim. And you should never doubt yourself. You're mad. Thank you, Nosy. Thank you so much. But I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I've had some friends helping me try to stay stable. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to stay stable. So y'all just bear with me and I'll soon go live again. Like I said, I'm gonna try to go live, my best to go live tomorrow morning. And all that. Let's see here. Yeah, Coastal, that's exactly what he said. And I hope he does. I wish he does. I hope he does. But if he's going to go after them, then he needs to make sure that he goes and does background checks on everybody. When you make your mods someone else's mods. Exactly. Exactly. She controls people's other lives. And just like today when I was streaming her. And yes, I do stream her because I want to make sure she doesn't lie on people again. Because I'm sick of the false awareness that she's bringing, the lies that she tells. That's the reason why I stream her. But she was over there telling her, she's like, let's just show the love and let's go out, Jenner, and support people. You know, let's go find someone. She was really just, to me, that was damage control. She's trying to make sure that she owes me an apology, Strawberry. I'm not obsessed with her. She's obsessed with Chris. But that's okay, right? She can be obsessed with Chris, but I can't be obsessed with her. Okay, but I'm not obsessed with her. She owes me an apology. That's what she owes me. She's blocked me. She has made sure that my name was dragged through the mud. And they have done absolutely nothing to help anybody. I don't care. That's probably KK and them coming in here or one of her little minions. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Like, I really don't block people. So, I'm so lost. I just see you on Saturday. I know, struggling.
Hey, y'all.
I know. What's up, Amari? I guess Mama Hook's thing's just not working. I don't know.
I haven't heard from her.
Address a few things. I tried to call her and it's not working. So she's probably had some issues with her phone. She says she's deleting some files. But yeah, see, struggles, you know, aka mod. This is the reason why I don't do it on this page is because people are like, they're expecting my satire. But I wanted people to hear my message that I was getting bullied and harassed on this. I hate that word bullying. It sounds like a childish word. I'm sorry, my dog. A childish word. But there's no other word to describe what adults do to other adults. Give me a second. Let me mute this because my doggy is barking at me. Cyber stalking, yes. Yeah. And I'm trying to bring awareness for this one person. Oh, thank you, Dawn Marie. I appreciate that. But she was on there today, and she was on YouTube, and I called her. I didn't catch her today because I was at work. But of course, you know, she was on there, boohoo crying. And y'all have to realize that this woman is doing the same thing as the scammers do, but in a different way. She calls herself bringing awareness. But if you look at my satire, if you watch my satire and the words that I say, because I tell y'all all the time, my satires are not to make fun of people. I don't say any names. If you think you know who I'm talking about, then maybe you might look at yourself. Listen to the words that I say and the words that she says and the words that they're saying that y'all are saying are scammers. They're the exact same thing. The exact same thing. She just puts a little spin on it.
Hey, big dog.
This is um, this is Liza, not Liza, but Southern Pride, Road to Redemption. We're talking about KK as well. They're also SP. She says she's not anti-scam, she's anti-bullshit. Uh, and that right there should tell you everything you need to know. She says she's anti-bullshit, but she says there it says, you subscribe to my bullshit, so you know that she's not telling the truth. It's bullshit. She says it herself. She
She
says
gets
it
all of her
herself.
followers stirred up with the drama, and then, what I've noticed is she'll stream people on YouTube and get all the drama in the comments built up, and then KK or somebody will say, SP's live. Everybody will leave and go to her live, and if you go look and watch, she has gifts just flying and subscriptions.
Yes, ma'am.
So she
Yes,
gets it
ma'am.
all dramaed up, and then everybody runs to her live as soon as she goes live. It's like she's waiting for the right moment.
Yeah, and y'all know, I have put the truth out there on these pages. I've showed y'all the receipts. They're on my YouTube. They're on my backup account. They're on Liza Tamari's page. There's on other people's pages. She is still in active addiction, regardless of what she
She's
is.
taking it alive.
She's in active addiction, and
Yes.
that is my main point. Is that she's in active addiction? If she's in active addiction, um,
Yes.
and she has no right to calling people out.
Yeah, she
She
tries
Oh
to
needs to
my
take
God,
care
I
of
finally got my
herself,
phone to
leave.
and
work.
I hope she gets the help she needs.
Oh, I bet she makes close to 1,000 a month in subs.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you. I've already started.
Thank.
I've already told my point about KK.
No, you're
I did bring
good. I've
up.
only spent the last half hour of trying to get my phone to reset.
Yeah, I didn't
How
bring up
irritating.
some of this stuff, and we're
Watching her
gonna.
one day. I was watching her YouTube one day, and the comments getting all going and stirred up, and then all of a sudden KK comes in and says SP's live. I'm like, oh, now I see what she's doing.
Yeah, they try to all the time. Yes, and there has been times on her. If y'all go back and watch her YouTube channel, it's on her own YouTube channel, unless she took the videos down. Sh There was one thing when they called me out for a beggar, it upset me, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I've addressed this and I showed proof. I had no idea, and even KK showed the proof that I had no idea that they were taking the collection for me on my birthday. And the community said they were going to, their community said they were going to do this, and I think it was a total of 8 people who did it, which I'm not here or there about. I appreciated it. And they didn't know what I was going to do with the money, but they said that I took thousands from them. If you go and look on my backup account page, it says that I took thousands from them, and that I was just a beggar and all this other stuff. I had no idea, but it's okay for SP to go in there and get that. And then the reason why I wanted to address that was because when they took up the collection for SP and they put it in her Discord, she was on YouTube that same day saying, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to rob Peter to pay Paul. I got to go see my daughter. I got to go pawn these rings. And they say, we're not going to let her pawn her rings. Sorry, you say it out your own mouth, SP. That's dry begging. That was the difference. I didn't dry beg for none of that. You did it behind my back. Y'all went and
You
picked in
sent her
that
a
for
universe.
yourselves. Do what?
You sent her a universe today.
Oh, I don't know. But that's another thing I could address too. I could talk for days.
Crying still.
Oh, it figures. Well,
Deflecting. Yeah, she was on there boohoo crying, and she plays the victim a lot. If you watch, she plays the victim. If you watch her enough, she plays the victim. And another thing that she has said that is, if you watch the people that are doing all of this boohoo crying and stuff, she even talked about certain people start with the J, it starts with an L. They can cry on command. Well, she can cry on command too. She can cry on command too.
wow.
She said Rob's world through her the universe.
I can't believe
Exactly,
he,
Superfly.
as much shit as she talked about, or they talked about him. I can't believe he even did that.
Right? She has been doing this for a long time, Dawn Marie, and she called. And Dawn Marie, you've been with me since the beginning of the Heifer Agency, and you know for a fact that I don't beg. That is all satire, and I do appreciate the gifts, but it's not required. It is not required. Superfly will even tell you it's not required. It is not required. I do it because it's fun. I like doing it. How do you know if she's crying or using a filter? Uh, she gets in character. Yeah, thank you, Forever Young. Thank you so much. You don't, because a lot of people can cry on command. They can really cry on command. Like, y'all know I can't cry on command. That's the reason why I have a bigger jars of tears. Like, come on. Thank you, guys. You made my morning so much better. Thank you, Dawn Marie. I'm going to try to get back on. Like I said, it has just really got me down. Like, it has really gotten to me. And them body shaming me and saying what they said made me think that I was a terrible person. What about Homie?
Yeah, we're
We
going to
did
talk about
not
Mr.
say-
Homie.
We
are now.
Let me address something real quick about Homie. Now, he said that we were out there calling him out last night. We were not calling him out. Otto brought it up first, which I don't mind them bringing it up. I don't mind them bringing it up at all. What we told was, and we were not rude to him at all. Now, Mexican Homie said in Spanish some words that I don't want to repeat on here about the women that were in the boxes. They said he's real respectful. No, you weren't respectful. And I don't remember us not one time cussing you out.
Oh, is he in here?
I'm sorry. My
Can you hear
dogs are
me?
barking. Oh, is he in
Are we all
here?
good? Oh, I thought that
Yeah,
you
my
were, I
dogs are
thought you
barking
were
really
talking to him.
bad.
No, you're fine.
I was friends with her at one time. Well, I'm not going to say friends. Let me say this. I used to follow SP. I'm not going to say we were friends. She liked to say that we were friends, but she said she was hand holding me, doing all this stuff. She's never had to hold my hand. I have proof of it. I talked to her a few times through Facebook, and I posted all of the chats that we had. I was trying to make a friendship with her, and she blew it off because I guess I wasn't gifting her enough. That's what I think. She made me a mod out of a pure joke. That's what I thought. I wasn't really going to take it seriously. But then I got wrapped up in it.
And that's easy to do with any creator. Any creator. So last night, Otto.
Come back closer to your phone. Can't hear you, Mama Hook.
Are you serious? Let me take this off my damn headset. This shit. I've had all kinds of issues. All right, is that better?
Yes.
Yep.
Damn. I usually have problems with that headset. Now I'm echoey because of where I'm at, but let's address some things. Yesterday during the live, Mrs. Homie came in, and yes, I am speaking your names. You think I'm scared, and I'm not. I don't know if my husband's in here or not. He's probably taking a shower because I'm still working. But he went live this morning, spewing all kinds of lies, and I will upload the video. I had so many messages coming through to me last night and this morning that he was going to do a live about me. Hi, Superfly. How are you? So I did not mention his name. I didn't know that also included that when he was coming into the chat, I was actually talking to him, not at him. I was talking to him. And there was nothing bad said. The chat and the boxes were very respectful. All they wanted to say was, do your research. That's all there is to it. Just do your research. It is not that bad. if that is cussing him out, then and saying mean things to him, then I feel sorry for him. He's getting butthurt. But that's a pretty pathetic thing for somebody that's been in jail to get butthurt over. But he proceeded to say that he was going to go after Chris the Truth Tellers and get her name. He also, and he was going to expose her and my husband, Jesse James. I don't know what information he said somebody in the chat named Travis. I don't know exactly what he said, but he said, oh, I'm not doxing him. Then homie, and I know you're listening, you little butt twat. What do you need the information for? What
Brad,
do you specifically need the information for?
He said he was going to get y'all's information and he will have it out here by Friday.
If we spoke on him, I'm speaking on you now because you will not threaten me. You will not threaten my husband. You will not threaten my family. So if you want to have a chat, let's chat. The only thing my husband said to you was NCIC because you are not law enforcement. You've never been in law enforcement. You've been a prisoner. And anybody, if you know somebody that's been in law enforcement, accesses that, they can lose their job and face charges.
Yes, they can.
You, sir, think that you can go this far as to threaten people that have been in law enforcement? Did you not know?
Paul said that's not true.
It is true. It's 100% true. You cannot access what he is talking about. There is a system that is called, oh crap, I wish he was on here.
NCIC.
No, it's not just that. There's one that's run state and federally.
Yeah.
Now you can use public access to records, but those specific systems you cannot use. And I know this for a fact because my husband was in law enforcement for over 20 years. So it is true. My husband had to be certified to use these systems, and it was a pain in the butt. And anybody that accesses those has to have a login, a password, and it is recorded. It is recorded who they look up, what they're looking for, everything. I'm not new to this law enforcement thing. So to sit there and say that you can run that specific system is bullshit. So my question is what are you trying to do with the information? If you're going to put it out there, do you not know that he is a protected person under police, under the police stuff? I can't remember the name of it. I'm so mad. So when you start trying to release information, that puts my family and my husband at risk for the people that has been arrested. We run into prisoners all the time. We were 6 hours away from my house. Went to a Walmart 6 hours away because we were on vacation. And saw 2 different inmates that recognized my husband. So you want to come at me, homie? That's fine and dandy. Don't threaten my husband and don't threaten me. Oh, we did. We did, Strawberry. But because somebody
Just
came
let
into
you know, Strawberry, that,
and
just let
said,
you know, Mama Hooks, just gonna let you know, Strawberry is a 0-0 count.
I don't
I'm letting
care.
them stay in here so they can hear, but
They
if
can
they
hear.
continue, I will just mute them.
The reason why I'm talking about him is because he made a threat to my husband today. Threats I don't take lightly. So he needs to keep his mouth shut or he's going to find himself into trouble. Big trouble. Because I don't play that game. But the reason why we had an agreement, we both had an agreement to keep each other's names out of the mouth. I cannot control what the chat says. I cannot control what other people say. Oh, Big Dog, what did he say?
He was doing backgrounds. He was going to do backgrounds on Mama Hook.
No,
he was
he's
going
not
to
me.
find out who.
Just my husband.
Your husband. I'm sorry, your husband. And he was also going to find out who Chris, the truth teller, is. He's going to have all this information by Friday.
And release
I
it
hope
if
he
he
shows
say
it.
his name.
I'm waiting for Friday. I cannot wait.
Yeah, because then I will have him served. And that I can promise you. I mean, I did my research on SP. And SP, the same will go for you. Know a lot about you. So do what you will with this information. But I promise you, I'm not going to be bullied. I am not afraid of either one of you. You're both crooks. You're both criminals to the system. You mindfuck people. And here's the other issue. KK, come at me. You specifically lied on Moon Pie yesterday. And that's some bullshit. I have not talked to or seen Moon Pie since I was last in her live accepting her apology. And the reason why I have not talked or spoke with her is because I didn't want this drama to be brought to her table, which is kind of crappy of you to say that she was sharing personal information. So you tell me where this personal information went. You tell me and show fucking receipts as to Moon Pie.
Yeah, because that's
giving me
exactly what I
messages.
told them earlier. It's exactly what I told them earlier. KK claims that she doesn't speak with nothing without proof. Prove that she sent us screenshots, because I promise you there's no proof of that. And you want to go over there and play white knight for SP? Won't you try to make yourself relevant in everything? Are you trying to be SP? We know you got that borderline personality disorder. So I think you're trying to be just like her, and take over her platform, like you're trying to be her personality. So you might want to go get some help.
And homie, that's ridiculous. Now you want to go after 3 different people when Otto didn't say anything cruel, mean, or hateful. He just said, do your research. So in other words, you want to pull the blinds over your eyes. I don't think he's blind. I think he's smart enough to know what's going on, but I think there's something going on between them. There's an exchange somewhere. I don't have the proof, but that is my honest opinion. That is my feeling and my opinion only. So yes,
And there's another thing I want to address too, Mama Hook. SP and them say all the time, we have addressed this I don't know how many times, and we're going to address it again. She don't understand why we're doing what we're doing. She don't understand why I would stream her. She don't understand none of this stuff, that I'm just a vile person for restreaming her on YouTube. If I'm so vile because I restream you, then what does that make you? Because you restream everybody, and I know you restream that. You're over there filming this right now on YouTube, and you're probably having a field day over there on the YouTube, on the private chat, so no one can see. But you do this, and you do it to me. You've done it to Scammy Claus. You've restreamed Kelly Yeager. You've restreamed other people that you say, why would they restream them? You know, I don't understand, because I'm trying to make sure that you don't lie anymore. I'm tired of you going around just making up bull crap and making people fit your narrative. You come with the proof. You come with the proof.
Yeah, pause on that. Pause on that. That total subject right there. There are, as a specific person named Lisa that has been restreamed by SP's channel. And not only that, you should see the nasty comments that those little assholes do to somebody that's an addiction. So when anybody talks about people restreaming people, Y'all might want to take a little look at SP and her clan. That is her YouTube that she monetizes off of. And she can deny it all she wants, but I know for a fact. So keep paying SP's way, y'all, because it's all going to come back on you. Once she's done with you or the money dries up, you're gone.
Mama Hook, do you know how many YouTube sites there are that restream scammers from TikTok?
Oh, absolutely.
We do.
So,
But my issue is, I'm gonna tell you scamming calls. My issue
You're echoing really bad.
I want to restream. Yeah.
and you said I'm echoing bad?
I don't know.
I think it's me.
I mean, you know, a lot of people restream. I know, and Bridgequeen, let me start by saying I love your satire stuff, okay? It's probably one of the funniest things on TikTok. I totally enjoy it. But, you know, I have to say, man, I am so disenfranchised with just people in awareness just pegging off each other. I mean,
Well, do you know why you know why I'm pushing against SP?
yeah, I mean, I've been following.
Yeah, she claims she doesn't know. And I've said it five or six times. I hate this echoing.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's me or if it's you.
Maybe scamming calls can be when we're trying to talk to each other.
Absolutely, let's try that. So, Mama, I'll mute myself.
Okay, is that better? Okay, it is. So here's Scammy. This is the reason why I started getting suspicious. And I'm going to say it once again, and I'm not going to go through the whole spiel of her daughter's accident. But she lied about the details of her daughter's accident. And anybody that can lie on the details of their daughter's accident is not an honest person. And therefore, I also found out that she is not clean. She still tests positive for meth and other things. Therefore, she shouldn't be covering anybody in the recovering community when she's not clean herself. Now, I wasn't going to come out on her, but I decided against it when I decided to leave. I got all my information because I learned my lesson with them on what they did to other people. So I gathered all my evidence and hid it and kept it from them. So I stayed inside for about a month, maybe a little less than a month, so that I would have something to back myself up. So I wasn't eaten alive. But her daughter's accident, the last time that she said that she was going to pawn her wedding rings, that was a dry bag. Everybody in Discord decided that they were going to send her money. And I almost did. And that was about a week before Christmas, I believe. How in the world can she go visit her daughter in the hospital when she was already released? She's yet to show receipts on that. I've asked for them since she wanted to call me out and tell everybody my life story about me being homeless, and that she made me like thousands of dollars to help me move into my place, which is an absolute fabricated lie. And it's all out there. You can see it. Then there was another time. It was December 27th that she said she was going to DoorDash her daughter some food while she was at a rehabilitation center for that horrific accident. And how can you do that when her daughter was arrested and was in jail on December 27th? So all these lies that she keeps telling and spilling on people, she tries to spin the narrative because I left, and I left quietly, and then she decided to speak on me. She decided to speak on anybody that left her. Her whole community, nobody is the same except for a handful of people that's in there. All of her people are new. And if you actually did do your research, you can go back and see that this happens every year or even every 6 months. Like I was left there by myself after Bridge left, and everybody else left. I didn't know any of these people. It's like, where are all these new people coming from? She needed to change everything in her community so that she could rebuild it, so she wouldn't get caught in her lies. And KK's right there behind it, covering it. And so are a few others. And it's ridiculous. If you're going to do something and act like you're going to be bringing awareness, and I'm going to also, Mr. Homie, she does not claim to do anti-scam. So therefore, I'm not doing anything against SP because she's an anti-scam. It has nothing to do about that. She always claims she's anti-bullshit. So let's clarify that one. But there are so many people out there that have spoke against her schema clause. And have I ever came at you because you were following her or you were in her boxes? Absolutely not. But she claims I message all these people to change their minds. No, every time I told her the last time, my second live ever, I told her, leave my name out of your mouth and I will stop telling people the truth. I will leave you alone if you leave me alone. And she refused to do it. She kept doing that. Have you heard the video of her going off on Toughest Flower that is sick and is trying to recover? That is disgusting. Who in their right mind would be mad at somebody for not being able to come into her and be a mod when she is very, very ill? She has no use of her legs right now and hasn't for quite some time. And she's a nurse. But SP decides she wants to play mental health issues or play mental games with Toughest Flower. I urge you to please go look at that video. It's her face and her own words. And I put it all out there. What best to do to call somebody out on their bullshit was with their own words. That is why I clip it the way I clip it. I clip it when she's going off. And there's no reason to when people try to leave. Look what she's just done to Moon Pie. She wanted to leave, she wanted out, and she got out. And then they turned around and they talked bad about her. So that's all I wanted to say to you. I mean, I have nothing against anybody that wants to follow her, and that's fine. But I just want you to understand why I am the way I am towards SP.
And I appreciate what you said, and I heard you, but I think part of it is that there's so much, and you could say she's awareness or not awareness. I watch her for her coverage of Chris and all that stuff, but I just wish that, and I'm talking about everybody in the awareness community, okay? I wish everybody could kind of take a step back and think about, is it really worth airing some of the stuff that people air on a live platform? Because if this was if this was real life and there was no TikTok and you were having these same concerns with people, you would approach them directly. You wouldn't. You wouldn't go in with a whole group of people that you don't know or don't know you and just start saying all this stuff about her or about anybody.
But how many victims are going to be for her?
So are you? So are you saying, are you covering her in terms of her being like a scammer, like the awareness community?
No. Let me speak on that scamming clause of what I'm trying to do. If you don't mind mute for just a second.
Oh, sure.
Okay, the reason why that I'm covering SP is because she leaves in her wake hurt people. She's not really bringing awareness the way that most respected people bring awareness on this app. She's destroyed me by saying that I was a beggar and she had no proof of it. She just put it out there. She doesn't show the proof. She makes up her narrative, and if you listen to the narrative, she places something in your ear, like she says she plants the seed. I'd like her to show more proof of that. And still to this day, she has not apologized to me. She has ruined me, and she has put me in a bad place mentally because of what she has done to me. I have been in a deep, dark place because it does affect me mentally because I enjoyed doing what I did. This was my escape to like a little bit of happiness. I was happy bringing little satire that I did, trying to bring awareness in the way that I did. And I wasn't thinking that I was being cruel and mean or nothing like that when I did it, but sometimes I look back and think I am on some of this stuff. and maybe I might not need to be doing it anymore. But I think that she needs to be held accountable for the lies that she tells on people and just makes it a narrative instead of showing proof. She needs to be held accountable for the people that she's hurt and drained mentally to keep them from being on this app. Just like Mama Hook was saying, they were planting the seed of narrative that Moon Pie had sent us a bunch of text messages of private conversations, which was not true. That was not true at all. We went into Moon Pie's live and she apologized, and we took her apology. And when we did that, I think she got mad at the fact that she apologized to us, but she wasn't sorry that Moon Pie, she was sad that Moon Pie didn't apologize to her because she didn't want to do anti-scam anymore, and she was jealous. That's where I'm coming from there. I don't want her to hurt any more people. I don't want her to say false things. I want her to show the proof.
I I hear what you're saying. I am, well, first of all, I have to say, as I said before, I think your platform is great. And I know there's a lot of people that go into your platform and we get a good laugh out of it because it's nice to see somebody acting your part in a role, because we follow those people and we bring awareness to them every day. And it's like you have nailed every aspect of what these beggars and scammers do. So, I mean, your platform is solid. You're very talented at that. And I think you need to focus on that and, not what other people are, think about you or what they say about you,
But Scammy Claus, it hurt me. It hurt me for her to say that I was begging for my kid, and I wasn't. And she made something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I hear, I hear the pain in you, and anybody who watches you. Anybody who watches you, though, knows that you don't do that.
Gammy, can I just address that real quick?
Sure.
They still make fun of her when she does her satire. And then people send, it hurts me to see her hurt. They've hurt her so bad. We've spent many nights on the phone together trying for her to go live. And they will make fun of her satire. She's not got good content. She's a piece of crap. She used them to get her son there, blah, 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 blah. And do you know the last thing I have screenshotted of that chat on YouTube? And it was actually one of the mods. That she had no running water because she lives in Mexico, right? She has no running water and she couldn't wash her huge backside. Right when she was starting to feel better about going live again. Now you tell me how that makes someone feel. And that's why I won't stop until she stops. She has no business covering anybody. There are a lot of people that cover people on this app, and she shouldn't be one of them. And right now she's just trying to save her image with her fake tears, her fake image. I went through this with her a little over a year ago. She did the same exact thing when I started following her. Oh, let's go show love to the other people. Let's go show love to the other people. Drop your wallets. Make sure you speak. Watch the door. And then boom. She's doing it again. Nobody knows unless they were there. That part I don't have proof of because I was in a dark place and followed her. She takes people's dark places and uses them against them, just like she did my homelessness. But once again, I will address it with SP. I've tried to address it with her. She refuses, and she keeps saying, I don't know why. She's saying that her community raised me thousands of dollars to get into the home that they found. I only received $60 from KK the day that the sheriff removed us. And I never asked for it. She offered it. And I told her I would pay her back. And I think I'm going to, because that way she can't use it against me anymore.
One of the somebody asked me a question in here. No, I never believe in going real life on anybody. The awareness community is what it is. It's awareness, and you watch, discuss on somebody, and I will never blast anybody's platform because, you know, everybody's an individual and you can do, what you want on it. Everybody runs it differently, and anybody that has a platform, I respect, the choices that they make on it. It's just, as I said, I'll go back to it. I understand that, you all sound like that there's a lot of pain, and, I don't agree with, the body shaming. I don't agree with any of that stuff at all. But it's just, and I've said this before in every other, lives that I've been in. It's just really sad to me that, the community of awareness is like, it's almost like pieces are being torn off all the time. And again, I'm not just talking about this situation. I'm talking about a lot of other awareness people where it's just people are becoming targets, and it's really upsetting to see so many people getting targeted for this stuff. You guys have your reasons. I respect that. I have never seen as with anybody. I like to see proof. I like to see.
You can go to my page.
Yeah.
It's all there.
But
Scamming calls. I also have the YouTube page for proof.
Yeah.
And that's why I've never come to you, because I knew I'd be attacked in the comments.
In my comments?
Yeah, it would happen. That's why I stayed away. It happens everywhere I go. If they see me, I get attacked and reminded of my homelessness that I was.
No, well, and you're out of that now? You're good now?
Well, yeah, I'm good.
That's good. I mean, listen, as I said, I'm not going to defend anybody because, I just don't know enough about the situation. Bridgequeen, I think you're awesome. I love your platform and the things that you do. And I used to come in on a different name before I changed to awareness. And I mean, I was watching you, God, I want to say since the fall when you were doing this stuff. And you make me laugh. And you need to do that because you've made a lot of people laugh and get a good chuckle in the morning. And it's a great way to start the day. So you keep.
I appreciate that, Scammy.
You keep doing it because I love it, and for people that do what we do in the awareness community, it's just so good to get a laugh out of you making a joke out of all these people there. Never ever did I think that you were begging and you were asking for money, and I think that everybody that watches you, that's never crossed our mind. So, if someone's saying that about you, you have to kind of see, who follows you and who appreciates your work. So, you keep doing you, girl.
I will. Well, it wasn't said until she brought it up. And it was supposedly in private messages that all this took happen or whatever. And that was straight lies.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'll keep my eyes and ears open, because we're always, as they say, lifelong learners in the education field. So, you know, but it just makes me sad that people are feeling bad, um, about what others say on here about them, and you know, try to turn the other cheek, try to rise above the crap, and keep moving ahead with what you guys want to do. That's all I want to say. Just you know.
Yeah, because that means a lot. Hearing Terry enjoy her content, she needs more of that because she's been dragged through the mud pretty hardcore, and I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. I miss it, but it's really hard for her to go live, and we're trying to rebuild what she thought she lost, and she's never lost it. She's just buried it deep, and she'll come out. She'll come out again.
Well, I look forward to that, and I know hundreds of other people look forward to it. So, looking forward to when you come back.
Well, I'm coming back, and we'll try to do it tomorrow.
Awesome. What time?
I try to do it every day.
What time?
A lot of people said they want me to go back to my regular time, so I guess I get up early in the morning.
And what time is that? I know you're what? You're Mountain Time or Central?
It's 10 o'clock my time now.
Okay, so you're an hour. Okay. So what time will you be on tomorrow?
About 6:30 is when I do it.
So 7:30 my time. Okay, I'll be there.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for the kind words.
Yep. Listen, guys, have a good night.
And y'all, thank you in the chat. I saw the Falcons and everything. That means a lot. Thank you. That meant a whole lot, just seeing the little Falcons and stuff in the chat. That means a lot. It really does. Y'all just don't know. And I know it's just birds.
That was really kind of
It chokes me up all the time. It chokes me up all the time.
I think Scamming Claus for coming in those kind of words. That I mean a lot. Coming from somebody that does so much awareness and does work with the other team, and one day I'll stop. The group over there has to learn that you just can't threaten people and get away with it, and it's ridiculous. Leave people alone, leave their families alone. You don't want to be mentioned, then do your research before you plaster someone's picture up, or do your research before you open your mouth about anybody. At the end of the day, that it's everybody running at the mouth. Liza Tamari, say something.
I'm listening.
Where'd she go? Okay, you better.
I was just
Can't hear
keeping
you.
my mouth shut while that other one was in the box.
Yeah, I know. At least she said something nice. I wasn't expecting that. I thought, oh, here we go. So
Oh, I was ready for it.
It was a change of pace, but
Yeah.
Just I mean, I hope she does look at it. She's in our pages some of the cruel things that were said. So, but I'm not going to stop.
What did you write?
Now that
Sorry, lines.
I'm bad about looking at the chat.
I'm sorry. I had to mute myself. I'm sorry.
Well, you're fine.
Over here.
We love
I
you.
don't want to be one of those. I don't want to be one of those people that just cry on the internet. And I'm not trying to make anybody feel sorry. Y'all know I cry when I get gifts. Y'all know I do. And you need mods. Otto, I got mods, but I'm gonna add you as a mod. And
Things have
I will
got
let
to
you know
change.
I've had the same mods for a long time. I don't change mods.
APD, come back on your real account.
Who's APD?
Somebody running their mouth.
I didn't even see the comment.
They can run their mouth. Lines are
I've, I've got some comment. Pegs, I guess I can make you a mod too. Mama Hook, you kind of going in and out.
You get that
Seriously.
Timu Wi-Fi.
I'm in the back room. I guess I won't work back here.
Yeah, don't work back there.
Yeah, I know. I was working here. I'm trying not to make too much noise, but I'm still working on this house. I worked 16 hours yesterday, and now I'm
tomorrow. Thank y'all. I'm
Going on
really
the
gonna
show.
try. I got a new character is coming tomorrow. A new character. Mama Hook kind of knows what my character is. I got a new character. I try to bring y'all some new stuff every now and then when I can think of it. Just remember,
I might.
I've been
James entered the
hang on,
room.
Mama. I've been out of practice for a while, so it might take a minute to get back into things.
Jesse James in the house. I had already spoke on homie, but if my husband wants to come up, since the threat was directed at him, he can. All he's gotta do is request. He'd say it better. I was a little heated. He stays calmer. Okay, lines are crossed. Lines are crossed. Contact. Just send me a personal message. Okay.
I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing the question.
Hey, Otto.
Hey, Bridge. I'm not telling. Please don't take this as me telling you what to do. But Rammer would be a great mod also if you need the extra help. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think I have her out on my mod on my backup account, just not on this one.
Okay, she's really good at. She's just really good at it. She's got a lot of experience, and I know she'd be a great mod if you needed the help.
Yeah,
Rammer's my buddy.
Like I said, there's not much you have to do in here. I usually just mute people in my lives because I'd rather them hear what we have to say than just block people.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to say, sorry, beautifully talented. I wanted to tell something to Rammer. I was gonna message her, but I can just say it. She might know, but I was listening to who earlier today, and she was talking about how she bought your kids Christmas or something, Rammer, something to do with that.
Oh my gosh, you brought her up again?
Yeah, I got it recorded. Yeah, she was saying, and I was like, "What? That just don't sound right."
She's got that's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, restreaming her and stuff, is to keep her from saying lies on people. I
she said it today.
If she does anti-scam, I don't care if she does anti-bullcrap, whatever she wants to call it. She's got to quit lying on people and just making up whatever she wants to.
And that Ray,
right.
Ray, I think her name is. I could be saying her name wrong. If I seen her, I know who it was.
Ray.
We haven't lied about anybody. I hate everyone. We haven't lied about anybody, and you are muted.
That's a troll. Yeah, Ryan Ray. Yeah, Rammer. Yep. Yeah, beautifully. Yes. She was talking about her too, saying something about you, Ryan Ray and Rammer saying something about, and don't quote me, these ain't the exact words, but it was something like, she bought your kids' Christmas or something, or did a fundraiser or something like that for your kids' Christmas. Both of you guys'. So.
Wow. Otto, I was honestly scared when you came in the box yesterday. I was like, oh gosh, is that SP or?
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said I was honestly scared when you came in the box yesterday because I thought we were going to have a brawl. I didn't realize.
No, I'm the type that I try to stay cool and mutual with everybody.
Right.
I'm not perfect. I've made some mistakes, but I do. And I was watching her mainly, to get info on Chris. And I had a lot of good people that I trust telling me about her. And I was like, okay, thanks for letting me know. I'm going to sit back and watch. And then I did, and I started seeing it myself. I seen, mainly what irritated me the most about her was profiting off of making up lies about children. And then when I heard her when making fun of G Unit several times, that's when I was like, okay, I'm not gonna keep my mouth shut no more. If she wants to come and attack me, go ahead. I don't care. There's nothing she could do to me. Because G Unit is a great guy. Like he's one of the most mutual people on here, you know, that I've met on this app. Like, and I've never heard him tell a lie. Maybe he has, maybe I don't know. But from what I've seen out of him, he's so honest. He's an honest guy. He wouldn't come on here and make up shit.
Oh, we can hear you, Otto.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know what mosquito truck going by. I was just saying. What really irritated me about her was, profiting off of talking about making up lies about kids, and then making fun of G Unit. G Unit is a great person. He's just a great man. You know, he's just a great guy. He don't lie. He tries to stay mutual with everybody. And she said it again tonight again. You know, he calls her. She calls him names all the time. He can't all the time, and it's just I just don't agree with that. Hey, Tech.
Hazel, we just ask you to be respectful, but go ahead.
So I can tell you guys some stories, and I can send you guys some videos. I was SP's mod back in the day. I was close to her, and she hurt me really bad, the same way she did G Unit. And I mean, Rammer probably remembers because I had originally met Rammer with SP. So I just like she is a terrible person, and I hope one day she is stopped because she hurts people. She really does. And she thinks it's okay, and it's not. Yeah, I have, and Rammer, like I've known Rammer a while, and SP came after my recovery, called me a drunk, said I don't take care of my kids, that I'm just drunk all the time, and it really hurt. You know, she spread a lot of false information. So, and I tried to warn G Unit, I did, and I know that, but he was blinded like I was, like Rammer was, like Beautifully Talented was, like all of us were blinded because that's what she does. She's a master manipulator. It doesn't matter. Whatever she says, you believe it.
It amazes me how many new people are coming up and saying the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And I know there's several others, but I guarantee you there's several others, but they're just scared because they know what she goes real life. They know what she'll do.
Exactly.
Some of them make up fake accounts to come in here and talk, and that's ridiculous.
That's awful.
Right.
It's awful.
They're always about come in on your main account.
Right.
Come to me one-on-one, and that's the same thing that happened when we first fell out. But when SP fell out with me, I was blindsided. She literally blocked me from everything, and then she went live, and I couldn't even see it. So I had to look for her on a different account. And I did happen to find it, and I was hearing the awful things that she was saying about me, and it really just it tore me apart. And that's a lot of the reasons why I haven't been live in so long, trying to do my satire and stuff, because it really punched a hole in my gut. It punched a hole in my gut, the way she talked about me. And it really got to me where I was going to not even be on this app, but I'm not going to let her win. I'm not.
No, don't. She is the last person. She told Beautifully Talented that it was her karma that her house burnt down. You got to be a real big piece of shit. You got to be a real big piece of shit to wish that on anybody. And then you try to backtrack and say that's not what you meant. It is what you meant because it's recorded. Don't backtrack now. Don't do that because she could have been hurt. Her kids could have been hurt. Animals, like what was wrong? What's wrong with you? Like she sits there and preaches. How can you have so much hate in your heart? When you are the exact same way. Your platform is not anti-scam. You are a bully platform. All of y'all that follow her are just the same as she is. Yes, Beautifully Talented. I wasn't going to throw that in there. But yes, so it's sad. And I'm sorry she treated you that way. You know, everyone wants to walk around like, and then she tries to say that I told her I saw the police reports and she wasn't a scammer. That's not what I said. I said that I looked at the YouTube and I couldn't determine if she was a scammer. I didn't really care. It didn't have anything to do with me.
No,
You know, I
and,
looked
and
at her
like
as a friend.
and Hazel, like I tell people, I'm not trying to call her out as being a scammer.
Do it.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep her in check so she doesn't lie on people anymore.
Thank you.
And I want to say something too. She always says that the only reason why people are doing this is because they're jealous of the money. The money. I could care less how much. I could care less if
have a
everybody
job.
empties their bank account to her. I could care less. It don't affect my money. I could care less about all the money she's making. I could care less.
Honestly,
I don't like.
yeah,
I just don't like
honestly,
what the.
and I'm gonna tell you too the way I feel about it. I don't really care if I get gifts or not. They're nice, and I do get emotional about it because I'm gonna tell you, I know how hard it is to come by. Those things should not be given out on this app very lightly to anybody. I don't care if they're big creator, small creator, whatever. They should not be given out just all willy-nilly. Make people, like I've always said in my satire, earn those things. Earn them. If they want this to be a job, make them earn it as a job. Just don't give it to them because they're emotional. Just don't give it to them because of this or that. Give it to them because they actually brought you a little bit of entertainment, happiness, something like that.
Yeah.
Make them earn it.
Right, but what I was saying is, I
Hold on. I be nanny. I want to address I be nanny. I didn't mean that everyone that follows her is a bad person. I should have said that people that follow her and join in with attacking people are bad. Sorry.
what I was saying is, I can care less about the gifts she gets. That don't bother me. It don't affect my bank account or nothing. What I don't like is profiting off of making up lies on children over and over and over and over, and then making fun of people like like calling G Unit Velcro shoes. That's I'm not even gonna say what that really means.
And calling him
Yeah.
slow.
And
what?
several others. That not just him, but
Yeah.
several other people.
And I've
That's how
told
she makes her money.
saying that she helps the I'm trying to say it in a good way and not even try to come out. I'm trying to say
The DV victims,
not those.
exploitation.
No, the disability. The people with disabilities. She says she helps that community. I have my opinions, let's just say that, and I have not necessarily seen her help the community.
No one
special
has.
needs. And I have my opinion, but I think I'm going to save that for the YouTube. I'm not
That
gonna say
explains
it.
why she's trying to hook up with Three Amigos, because he brings awareness to autism. He's got like
And
11,000
she
followers,
tries
so
to make it. I see it as a ploy to try to make herself look good, but just watch her, and you
she's
might
trying
see
to get
what
at his followers.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have an autistic daughter, and she speaks on her quite a bit.
And that's not right. And she gets away with it. And you know, and that's the problem.
It's because no one's tried to call her out or stop her before.
No, people have her. Just her followers are ruthless. Like people that join in with her, not everybody that follows her. People that join in with her, and she covers her tracks well. She doesn't. She has a way where people believe her bullshit.
She's a con artist.
Narcissist.
That's one reason why I stream her is because we can go back, rewatch it, hear what she exactly had to say, and you can see for yourself. And that's exactly what she does on her YouTube when she comes out calling these scammers out and everything. She really doesn't show proof, but I'm going to make sure that when I do stream her on YouTube and when she says something that she thinks she knows 100%, I will pause her video and say, where's the proof? Show it. Quit speaking it and show it. Because there's a difference in planting a seed to make you believe a narrative than to show a receipt.
And we've asked for multiple receipts, and she has yet to show any receipts.
She won't
She doesn't
show
show
anything. Oh, thank you. You don't have to gift me. I just regift. There was a point where she was making elves for Christmas, and she had scammed a lady out of $30, and the woman messaged her and wanted her money, and SP flipped out and talked to her. Never get able to get the money back. But you overseas, you do all this good, you don't do anything. I mean, I took this woman for every day for over a year. I really, really did this woman. She really hurt me. And it's not actually hurt me. I get feelings because
Hazel, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Here's my Wi-Fi.
It's fine. It's okay.
She just hurts people, and it's awful.
She profits
I've
off
noticed
people's
that.
pain. In period, point
Yeah, I've
blank.
noticed that the more that we've come out, the more that people come out with us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually pretty proud of that we're having people that were actually victimized by her speak out.
I wanted to, but there was no one to really back me up and listen. I mean, once G came out, I went right up there and I said, I'm so sorry for what she did to you. And listen, G Unit called me trash because of her. And I never let him live that down.
We wouldn't have been able to do it had we not had the amount of backing that we did in the beginning. And it was just very small few.
What really happened to make you guys fall out with her? Because that seemed like it came out of nowhere.
I'll tell you what made me back out. I was in the mod chat, and it was when Jen went to rehab the first time, and they were all in there. We're going to get together, and we're going to make her we're going to get her a wish list going. We're going to get her some things to go to rehab with, and then we're going to send Marcy over there with all the stuff. Now, Marcy is the one that followed Jen around in real life. I did not agree with that. I didn't agree with them getting together and doing that, just try to go and praise her, give her the wish list and Amazon wish list, getting all these things together for her. I understand people need stuff there, but I felt like that Jen needed to do it on her own. And then they took over the credit for getting her into rehab when it was a court order thing. And then I started seeing her way before then. I started questioning the way she would say things, and I'm like, that don't sound right. That don't sound right. This don't sound right. And I kept questioning, like, where's the proof of that? And I can't remember the exact thing, but the one thing that really made me leave was when Jen was there, and then I happened to went back in the mod chat, and she said in her voice, the owner Green don't understand what it is because she's never been a drug addict, the fucking bitch.
Wow.
And I've been in
remember a while back.
the mod chats. Yep.
I remember a while back when she was covering Mufasa, and she was live, and then on her computer, she was doing Google Earth, showing exactly where he was, the motel, and the address and the name of the motel.
Oh, no, I think you mean stalking him, not bringing awareness. She was stalking him.
Right.
Bullying.
But you know what started happening after she did that? The motel started getting calls after calls after calls after calls.
Her followers.
Yeah. Yep.
That's when I
She
say her
posted it.
followers.
We have it posted where she strictly says to call people, report this, report that. And not only that, they're telling people to go report my YouTube channel and telling people you can go on there and say report them because they don't have a right to use my likeness and all this other stuff. But do they not realize that they're telling people exactly how to report their YouTube channel? So if they're streaming other people and using their likeness without permission, they claim that that's copyright, then that's what everybody else needs to do with her.
But cowards report, don't they?
Lady's phone number.
Well, the other thing is, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I think it needs to be brought up.
Hey, Moonpie.
There's a creator that really tries with some of the people that are addicted. Some agree with her, some don't. But she decided that she was going to run her mouth about her, and we come across. It was in the mod chat where she went off about tech and how dare her do this and that with a certain person. I'm not going to name her, but she's no longer with us. And why does SP have to have an opinion on that when she didn't help? She hindered it. And
Oh, TT Tech says she heard it today.
Oh, good.
it breaks my heart because someone as passionate as Tech should never have been called any vile names and attacked like that. And it's absolutely horrendous that people can think that it's okay to sit there and run your mouth when you are in active addiction yourself and covering these people. She's waiting for a shit show. She's waiting for her money to come in. That is why I say stuff about her earning money on this app. She gets lots of more money than what people think off of this app, based on people's real lives. People's lives that are
It's
at
like
stake
she
right
said,
now.
drama sells, and she creates drama off of other people's backs.
She is a bully platform, and the fact
Yeah.
that she said that she's called Tech Trailer Park trash before, and it's on video, it's on recording. They're all on Reddit.
And I don't see how these people cannot see that she's actually bullying these people. And she says that certain scammers have filthy mouths. They're vile, disgusting people. Have y'all listened to the words coming out of that woman's mouth?
Oh my Lord.
And to say Tech was profiting off of Tara, that is just, the fact that you can fix your face to say that is wild. That's disgusting. It got to the point where I made peace with it, and I just stopped thinking about her because I would get so enraged, and I would talk shit all over this app about her. Didn't even care. But I let it go because I was harboring that dislike and hate for her.
Moon Pie's
She's
in
an
here. I
amazing
didn't know
person.
if Moon Pie would want to come into the box. Moon Pie, did you want to come in the box? I know she said she wanted to talk about a few things.
I'm gonna drop so she can come in.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You don't
drop
have
too.
to
I'm
drop.
going
I
to
can.
bed.
Oh, well,
I'm
if y'all
going
want
to
to,
bed.
that's fine. I appreciate y'all being here and appreciate you
But
coming up and telling
Bridgequeen,
your
I
story.
followed you,
You
so
comment.
I followed you.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you all
it.
for letting me come up.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. I don't know if Moon Pie's still in here, but she's welcome to come up if you want to request a box, Moon Pie. You're safe in here, and we have addressed a few things already. Here comes Moon Pie. And y'all be mindful of the chat with Moon Pie. If y'all see anything that y'all feel like needs to be blocked, block them. We're not going to deal with that in here with me with Moon Pie. I'm not going to have it.
Yeah, you address it the way you feel necessary.
Hey guys,
Hey Moon Pie, how are you?
I'm getting better. I'm doing a little better. It's been several days since all of this has happened, and I wasn't gonna say anything because I got drugged for 3 days for just standing up for myself. So I've decided that I am going to tell my story. It's not going to be a bashing. It's going to be straight and simple fact. And the effect that that platform and those people have had on my mental health and other people that I hope have been talking to me and reaching out to me, that they also affected their mental health. Hello, everybody. Hey, Terry. I was actually just speaking for an hour to Truth on the phone, and I don't care who knows it, but I'm not, I don't know what to say. I thought that, I went into this and I really was new to this situation, and I fell into it, and I accept 100% responsibility for being an asshole and, for being a butthole and for doing the things that I've done. And I've apologized, and I can't change what I did, but I can definitely be a better person than I was. I solely got drugged because I chose to stand up to her. And in that event, I entrusted her in that group with not secrets, but stories about my mental health. I do have high functioning autism, and that comes with bipolar, ADD, and anxiety. And that was used against me. And that's unfair. That's very unfair. And for a week, it wasn't so much about SP not being in my life anymore. It was the people I thought that loved me and cared about me. And in 1 second, they did an about face and left. And then I was the bad guy. There were people that didn't even know me that had things to say. There were people that did know me that were saying horrible things, all because I chose to stand up and speak out against that particular group. They never had a conversation with me. They never tried to settle anything with me. They never did anything. They went straight into dragging me, and her whole crew followed right along. And when I did my apology live, and I apologized to Bridgequeen, and I apologized to Mama Hook, some more of them did an about face and turned around and left. And you know what? I'm fine with that too. Because if our friendship depends on you being able to control who I do and don't talk to, then that's not a friendship. And so we will. I want to do a big live about this, but I want to bring the other 3 or 4 people with me that also want to tell their story. So I had to talk to Truth to get with you and Mama Hook, and you guys set up a time, and I'm going to talk to the people that want to share also. And we want to make it a very big mental health awareness.
And Moonpie, since you're in the box with us, let's address the whole comment that KK had put on the live the other day. And I'm sorry to bring this up, but I just want to make sure that we have this out and clear in the air. And so you know they were screen recording us. So
Of course.
we ask you to send us any screenshots of any personal messages from anybody. Have we ever reached out to you and told you anything about SP?
As a matter of fact, on my apology live, you said the very same thing. And I said no. And I said, besides, there's nothing I could tell you. Because, yeah, they hung out with me and they used my room as a place to hide. But, like, personal stuff that they talked about in, like, their little mod chat and stuff, I never was involved in that. But, no, never one time, ever has anyone, Bridgequeen, Mama Hook, no one has ever asked me anything. And if they stop and think about it, I don't know anything that everybody else doesn't know about SP that hasn't seen, or KK they haven't posted themselves online. Now KK could dox me in a second if she chose to, and probably any of them could. And if she does, that's fine. I'll freely give the information to someone that can look me up and see I have nothing but a speeding ticket from when I was 16 years old. So I'm not worried about that. KK did choose to walk away from me because I chose to apologize to you two, even though we were supposed to remain friends, even after the split with SP. I think I'm responsible for my actions, and I think they all need to be held responsible for theirs. What they do to people's mental health is unacceptable. And you know what? If I didn't have a great support system like I do, then I, might have ended up making a permanent decision to a partial solution. And their answer would have been, oh, well, we didn't make her do it. So I'm not doing anti-scamming. I'm not doing any of that. What I'm going to do is anti-bullying. And I'm going to start with my story. And I have other people that have stories. And unfortunately, it all revolves around that group. So they can drag me. They can say what they want to say about me. They can do whatever they need to do, because all I'm going to do is tell the truth. And let's just say they're not the only ones with screenshots.
Well, I have to say I'm very proud of you, Moonpie. And like I said, you didn't have to. Oh, you don't owe me an apology for nothing. We've all been there, and I understand. And you are welcome in my life anytime. And I promise you, if anybody gets out of line, they will be blocked. You're welcome in here anytime. This is a safe place for you, and we'll make sure that it stays that way for you here.
Yes, I want to give, I need you and Truth and Mom Hook and y'all to get together and, pick out, I'm home now. I don't, I don't have, thank you, Jesus, don't have PT for 5 days. Oh my Lord. I
Oh
don't have it for
no.
5 days. So I did my last one today for 5 days. So I'm in a free schedule, and I do have other people that have reached out to me that have stories and that are trying to find the braveness to do that. And I don't want to do just my story right now. I just kind of give a touch on it. So I do have people that I want to get sent to you guys so you can, we can all get this lined out and have an awareness live about mental health and how it affects people, how bullies affect people on this app.
Oh, Moon Pie, you just gave me chills. Literally, I literally have chills.
Yes.
I think that's an amazing. That's amazing. You to do that. That's amazing.
I'm not going to name call. I'm not going to, well, she did this or she did. I'm simply going to tell you my story because they didn't give me a chance to do that. And they've all responded with, I don't know why Moon Pie left. I don't know what happened. Well, they're going to be screen recording it and they're going to be there. So I'm going to tell everybody why I left. And I'm going to tell everybody the effect of a person who did nothing but follow them around and try to be their friend and be there for them, how it affected my mental health. And there are others that would like to tell their story too. And the fear, of the retribution of people. Some people are even afraid to speak up or come to my lives or different lives because they'll be drugged or they'll be broadcast on platforms. And that's sad. And we're going to touch on that too. So I'm not going to let them, I'm not letting them do this to me. And hopefully through my story and other people's stories, instead of everybody going, oh my God, they're bashing her again. They're bashing her again. No, if that's the way you perceive it, then you have a problem. All we're going to do is tell you our story and how it affected our mental health, and them or you or nobody else can say how it affected our mental health but us. And if you choose not to believe that, that's fine. But if it saves just one person, then it's worth it.
It is worth it, and I'm
Well
so
said.
proud of you for coming back. I mean, there's a lot of people that have been affected by this, not only on the app, but off the app. And it's got to stop before something happens to somebody that can't be reversed. There's the peppers.
Yeah, Hallie, and it's true, you guys. Honestly, I have had to, and I'm not ashamed to say this, and I don't care who's listening. I have a great husband, but he knew that I was hurting so bad, and I was so sad, and I was just sick with what had happened. We went to my doctor, and I had to get a small sedative in order to help me sleep, and it is controlled through my doctor and my husband. So I don't care what any of you say. You can say whatever you want to say. But it was that bad to the point to where I was so sad and just disappointed in the people. It was like, why did they ever say they love me and then just turn around and walk away?
Yes, ma'am.
That was hard for me, and that's hard for a lot of people. But we're gonna touch on a lot of different points as far as mental health goes, and I want to do that. I want to do that for other people. And if they don't like it, then maybe they need to evaluate themselves and be honest with themselves, because I don't have to lie about it. And if they can show receipts, then show the receipts. But I haven't done anything, so.
No, you haven't, and I'm just so glad that you're taking yourself to a whole new level of helping others, which, I still watched you outside of the window because I knew what was going on. And so I missed you, but I didn't have to miss you.
Yeah.
And as for KK stating what she said about she didn't feel safe in your room, I would have never jeopardized your platform by going in there and having a shit show. I would have stayed out. I
But
am
here's
not
the
like
fact,
that.
though: if you feel unsafe and you're that scared of, for whatever reasoning, then if you're that scared and you're that safe, then you're not going to be commenting on anybody's videos. You're not going to be confronting the people you're so scared of or so unafraid of.
And I
Yeah,
think,
or
hey,
so afraid of.
I think that's one of the issues, and that's one of the reasons why she's been doing this so long and getting away with it, because people are just scared. Well, I'm going to say this right now. I'm not scared, and I know a lot of us ain't. And it's time, and there's more and more people coming out, and it's amazing to me that everybody's got the same, same stuff that's happened to so many people. And I hope other people, step up too, and not be scared. There ain't nothing she can
I've
do,
had
guys.
several people, that have stepped up, to talk to me since I have found, I figured, what the heck, I told my story and I apologized, and then I was down for 5 days, and I was heartbroken. I was absolutely heartbroken on the deceit and the lies of people that I truly thought were my friends. And then I thought, well, I've gone through all of this and I survived and I made it. So, I want to stop other people from being hurt. They knew that I was an introvert. They knew that I didn't have real life friends outside of my house. They knew that there's like older people, there's lonely people. They know this. And I think that they think because I have autism, and as SP, pointed out, said they didn't, is bipolar, which you might need to check that definition. But my main diagnosis is autism. And guess what? We're really smart people. We may not say a lot, but we pay attention to everything. We pay attention to detail. So if you want to use my mental health against me, I'm going to use it to prove you wrong.
Moonpie, just let you know, I understand about your autism and stuff because my son's autistic. And also to let you know, I have bipolar too.
With autism, it's usually, we call it autism plus 3. Mine is bipolar 1, and it's ADD and anxiety. And what she was describing in her video is not bipolar. I'm sorry. We don't, I don't become paranoid. I don't create situations. None of that. It's called I stood up for myself and you didn't like it. And the only thing you had to drag me on was my mental health. But you know what? It's going to be my mental health that stands up to you. So I'm okay with that.
Good for you. Good for you.
I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of everybody that's starting to feel stronger. Me and Bridgequeen, since we started this, so many people have started coming out and saying thank you, but I still don't feel like I can speak. And I'm like, that's fine. You don't need to. We can be your voice without revealing who you are.
Literally, that is the truth, because I have had phone calls in the last week of people, apologizing, Moonpie, I love you and I love being in your platforms, but I'm afraid if you're public and I come in there, they're going to find out who I am and I'm going to end up on YouTube. Exactly. And with my real life, they said, I can't take that right now. So I'm like, you know what? You don't have to do that. You can call me on my phone like you are right now, and nobody will ever know.
Yeah, and it's a shame that people can't feel free to go into other people's lives because they like that person, because they're afraid of what the backlash would be. They'd be blasted on the internet for being a beggar, scammer, supporting a racist, all this other stuff. And it's really sickening. Really sickening.
And it is. And that whole, we don't care where you go and we don't care who you talk to as long as you don't talk crap about us, that's BS too. And so, that's just another way of manipulation. And we're going to touch on a lot of things when I tell my story, and things that I learned after I was kicked out of the circle and I had hindsight and I could sit back and reassess everything and look over everything. And, it's a lot. But, I feel like if they're brave enough to call me out and say that I behaved like I did because of my bipolar, then I'm going to be brave enough to use my autism to point out the differences and things that I saw that I kept my mouth shut for a long time about. So, yeah. So as soon as you and Bridgequeen and Truth can get together and pick a time, and I'm going to get with a couple of people that I've been talking to that want to tell their stories, and hopefully sooner than later we'll be able to get this out. And again, it is not a bash fest. I am simply going to tell. Everybody said, I don't know why Moon Pie left. I don't know what happened. I don't know what she did. That's what everybody over there said. Even in one video, somebody asked KK, and KK says, I don't know. You'll have to ask Moon Pie. Well, I'm giving y'all what you want. You don't know, and you said ask me, so I'm going to do that. On a platform where you can't come in and bully me and report me and do the things that you do.
That's exactly what she said about us and what she says about us. She don't know why. She don't know why this, why that. She knows why. She knows exactly why.
You both repeated it.
And it's sad. It is such a sad, sad, sad reality that, you know, I was blocked from Homie's platform. A lot of people that I was close to did a complete about face. I didn't listen when I should have. And it has definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things. And if we can protect people, it is a pack mentality. It is a definite, they always preach it's not a pack mentality. Google the definition of human pack mentality, and it is a prime example of what it is. And, you know, I'll even go box to box with them. If they would like a question and answer, I'm fine with that. I mean, what are you going to do to me that you haven't already done? You can't hurt me anymore. Go ahead. Tell people where I live. Give them my address, KK. Give them my phone number. It's okay. I'm not afraid of that, and you're not going to hold that over my head. You're the only one that's got it, and if you share it, that's on you.
And to prove a point, if you want to, and no, I'm not looking for views. This will make you aware of what people go through when they try to leave. Go to my page. I have a pinned video that when Bridgequeen and I first came out and started speaking against just SP, KK inserted herself, threatened us to take down the videos. Where else?
Mm-hmm.
In not so many words.
But you're terrified. But they're terrified, right?
Right.
Yes.
Mm.
And then
I would think if I was terrified of someone. Yeah, I mean, if I was terrified of someone, I wouldn't be talking to them or demanding nothing. I'd be like, I'm staying away.
What I don't understand is this isn't KK's fight. I don't know why she continues to insert herself when this is about SP, and SP won't even remotely address the issue.
No, because if she does that, I think that she will, she can address it because she doesn't have the proof. And KK doesn't have the proof, but, you know, as she says, don't go white knight for me. Well, pick up your fight, SP. Quit sending people to do your own dirty work. She don't want to be called out for the dirty work that's being done.
Oh, no, Terry, there's no more Kool-Aid or tea for me. I don't want neither one. I'm sticking to Diet Coke and coffee. They can keep the Kool-Aid and the tea.
Well, you're welcome part of the heifer agency anytime. Just send a bird.
But you know what? It didn't have to be this way, and I know they're listening. It didn't have to be this way. Even after you drugged me, you streamed me in Cat's Live and Cat's Live, and you guys talked about me and you trashed me, all because I said I didn't want to do anti-scamming anymore, and I brought attention to the Jess situation which I have plenty of screenshots about that I'll be sending. And that has nothing to do with y'all, so you don't have to be scared of that. It has to do with Jess and another person that I was conversing with to prove my point why I stood up. It was all good until I stood up and required basically an answer on why, if one person gets drug in this community for lying, why doesn't another person get drug in this community for lying? And so, the case was, well, because she's in mental health. Well, then you turn right back around in the same video in the same sentence and drag me for my mental health. And the one thing I will not allow you to do is use my mental health against me, because I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of my mental health. I am what I am, and I fought very, very hard to not be a narcissistic, controlling, manipulative person.
I don't think you ever were.
No, you weren't.
So we're going to definitely have some conversations about this, and I'm hoping that the other 2 or 3 people are going to step up with me. And so, you can have all the lives y'all want, you can record all you want, you can do all you want, because I'm done giving you attention. I'm done caring what you say about me. I'm done caring about what you put on about me. I'm done, because you know what? You never cared about me. You don't deserve that from me anymore. I don't want to know what they say about me. I don't care what they say about me, because everybody that knows me knows I didn't do anything wrong to those people.
I think a lot of people can learn that from you, Moon Pie. I really do.
Thank you for all the love, y'all. It's not necessary, but yeah, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for, I'm not here to manipulate people. I'm not here to ruin people's lives. And, a very good point was made while I was talking to a friend on the phone tonight. On social media, you can only do so much. You can rag them out in a live. You can make videos about them. You can dox them. But like with me, I haven't ever really done anything in my life, but like a speeding ticket or something. And my husband, he's squeaky clean. I ain't got no secrets. Like, so what is the next move to do? What do you do then? Then you break somebody down mentally, and you try to destroy them mentally so they don't fight back and tell truth about you. Well, you had to know at some point it was gonna stop. So do what you need to do, but buckle up. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Buckle up.
And
Well, just
me,
let you know, Moon Pie, I am off the next 2 days, so.
what I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot from people just by listening that when you're in her group, she tries to get as much information she can on you,
Yes, she
her and her
does.
people. That way, if something does happen like this, she can go real life.
I'll tell you exactly what they do, Otto. When they're in the mod chat, when you're part of the mod chat, the first thing they'll say, oh, we're going to send you a gift card. We're going to send you a greeting card. We're going to send you gifts. Can you give us your address? That's the first thing they'll try to start getting. They asked me several times. I didn't give it to them.
Yeah, if you listen really closely, if you're in there still and you listen to the chat, every once in a while, somebody interesting will come across with a strong opinion about something or anything. And if it benefits her, then she'll be like, well, where are you from? And then it's on. They do with anybody that comes in there that they think is either a threat to them or somebody that will stand up for them. So be very careful where you give your information.
Her people was already just today that I can't remember his name, but
Can't hear you, Otto.
he came. Oh, I'm sorry. Her people already just today. What I don't remember the guy's name that was in the live last night. That was saying that he's the one that brought them the car, Chris and them the car and stuff.
Bobby.
They are already today discussing exactly what state and city he lives in. They're already on to him. They're already looking into him. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Well,
They want to interview him right away.
I made the mistake when I had knee replacement surgery. Not a mistake. You know what? I trusted her. I had knee replacement surgery. I had complete knee replacement surgery last month, and my husband was only able to stay with me a week, so I was going to be by myself. So I gave KK my name, my address, and my phone number, and she has my husband's phone number. 954 had my phone number, and SP has my phone number. But you know what? I have nothing to hide. I've said multiple times, you know, who I am and where I live. And if anybody wants to run anything on me, uh, feel free. Feel free. Because I ain't got near nothing to hide. You're not going to find no mug shots. You're not going to find no jail time. You're not going to find any of that of me. But yet they don't go real life, right? They don't do that. They don't do that.
Can I say
But
something?
you know what? It's because I trusted her. Because if something happened to me and my husband's 30 minutes away, KK knew how to contact my local police department, which would send fire and ambulance to be able to help me because I was only a week after surgery. I would like to think she would not do that to me. I would like to think that. But now, I don't know. I really don't know, but it's okay. I mean, it's okay because I know there's people on this platform here too right now that could do the same thing they could do, but a little more. That I would be more than glad to give my name, my birthday, I would let somebody pull a full report on me just to prove that I have nothing to hide. So I've got a combatant for that. So do what you need to do. Do what you need to do.
They did what they did what they tried to do, and you're bouncing back from that. I know that you don't know me very much, or at all probably.
I
But
don't know you, sir.
yeah, I'm the only one that could probably break me mentally is the one that's above you right now. Uh,
Oh.
but what I wanted to say, has anybody ever seen the movie, the Batman movie that had Two-Face in it?
Yes.
Yes, he had one side of his face was perfectly normal. The other side of his face, he had been burnt, and it turned him into just an evil, nasty person, and his face looked that way. That is the definition of this woman. She will go in. I've seen her in so many lives, and even in her own lives, where she portrays herself to be such a good person and to try to help other people, and then turn right around in the next live and bash and make fun of people and torment them mentally to no end. And that's what she
Because
does.
that's the
She
only
is,
way
she is
they
the
can get to
definition of
people.
Two-Face.
Yeah. Yep.
And what was it that you said to me when we were homeless to be careful of?
Yes. I told you to be careful. I
What
did
was my
not trust
response
her
to you?
from the
What was my
beginning.
response? I said they were good people.
Yes.
They would never do that. Blah, 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 blah. I was down. We were down on our luck, and she used it against us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she
And
does.
see, KK was the only one I gave all my personal information to, but it was simply because if I fell or I got hurt, she even had the number to my local police department and they would dispatch fire and rescue. So if she chooses to do what she wants to do, if she chooses to do that, then she can do that. But when you do that, I'm going to turn right around and I'm going to go to somebody that's on this platform and I'm giving them every single bit of information that I can give so they can pull a full report on me and show the whole world that I got a speeding ticket one time when I was 16 years old.
Well, KK portrays herself to be a sweet little innocent person also. And
Yes.
in my own personal opinion, and I don't care if she knows it, she is far from that.
She is very far from that.
I've got a lot to talk about. So when you guys get together and decide
You
what
just tell
day
me
and
which
time
2
will be
days.
best, we'll go with
Moonpie,
that.
you tell me which 2 days you want. You either want Thursday or Friday. Don't make no difference to me, and you tell me a time, and I'll be there.
It's your life. You have what you want.
Well,
Or you want
I
to
have
do it,
this
or
is
you want
my
to do it
other
on this
name because
platform.
my moon pie is not up right now. I have a small platform, so I need to reach, I need a bigger platform so I can reach,
Just,
more people.
Just let me
Can
know
everybody
either
please
Thursday.
follow Moon Pie?
Yeah, follow Moonpie. If you want to do it tomorrow, that's fine, or Friday. That's the 2 days that I'm off. The rest of
I
the
am
times, I work
private.
like 12-hour days.
I am private, but I will hit the button when we're done. But
So you
I'm not going to
just
tell
name the
anything
time.
that I can't prove. So
I'm
You
like
know,
you. I'm like you, Moon Pie. I don't. They can research me all they want to. I don't have anything to hide. If anybody wanted to know, I'll tell them my whole past. And I'm like you. I have one speeding ticket. That's all they're ever going to find, and that was from probably 30 years ago.
right, I'm 50 and got it at 16. So yeah, it's been a minute for me too. Did I do drugs for 5 years in my 20s? Sure did. Went to rehab and never did it again. Been married 17 years, 5 dogs, live in West Memphis, Arkansas. That's been prevalent the whole time. I have nothing to hide from you people. Nothing.
I do.
Moonpie said that she's on private right now, but she said when she gets off, she'll make it unprivate, and y'all can follow her there and just get her and then y'all can follow her later.
Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
drop down to the chat.
All right, Otto.
Okay, Otto, thanks for coming up.
Yep, no problem.
See you, Otto.
Nice meeting you.
See ya. Yep.
Yeah, and give Otto a follow too. I mean, it takes a lot when you're in that community to get out and to speak. And I'm just glad that he saw it too. Like, people, open your eyes, and the window watchers, open your eyes. We all can't be conspiring against her. It's all a different time frame.
Everybody can't be telling a lie. I mean, if the followers that she had would tell the truth, that came in my live and that saw what happened every single day, that basically I shut up and sometimes we talked, we had fun and etc. But I never did anything to any of them to cause them to do what they've done to me. And so, I'm not going to fight back as what you say, like, it's not going to be like a slam or nothing like that. I'm just simply going to tell my story and what it did to me and how I healed from it and am healing from it, so that maybe other people will not have to be. And I seriously think it's because I don't have a criminal past or anything like that. And they figured the only way that they could get to me to destroy me, to break me down, is my mental health, and to try to use that against me, because I really have no family that much. And the family I do have are very hidden. Most of them are not even on this app. So they can't get to me. So they thought they were going to destroy me emotionally and mentally. And that's just not going to happen.
And Margie, yes, we do notice that every time her boyfriend gets home, she gets off live real quick. And when she finds out I'm streaming her on YouTube, she gets off real quick too.
She's afraid
So
she's going to slip and incriminate herself.
if you listen enough and you pay enough attention, it's there.
Yeah, sometimes she does slip. She'll slip, and that's how some people that I know, a few people that I know, have so much on her, because she does slip sometimes, and kind of tells on herself.
Yeah. So if you're in here, or if you're outside, or if you're looking around the corner, or whatever you're doing, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to leave Don't be afraid to share your story. Don't let them win. Do not let them win. Don't. Don't do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
And look how many times
Stand
she's had
up.
it up and she's cried about it online to get the story out first.
Yeah, like I say, if more than one person says it, you might want to think about it. If we all have about the same kind of a story. So if all of our stories are about the same and we get treated exactly the same, and we're from different parts of the world, different parts of the country, we don't know people from Adam, this is on an app, but all of our stories are the same, I
Yeah.
think that makes sense.
And I promise you, those tears she cried when she said it was because, I don't know why she left. Well, you don't know why I left because you never bothered to reach out to me. And you
That's
cried
exactly what
tears to
she
get
said with us.
you get money off your tears, and you get views off your tears, and you get sympathy off your tears. Had you reached out to me and done the right thing instead of trying to destroy me and talk about me with my mental health like you thought you were going to do, then you would have known why I left. And a real friend would have reached out to me. So you were not crying over losing a friend. When I didn't fit your narrative, I didn't fit anymore. And you went straight into drag me mode. Straight into drag me mode.
Exactly. Exactly. When you don't believe what she says and you don't do what she says, you're automatically her enemy. Automatically.
Honestly, I don't really think that she has any true friends other than maybe her boyfriend. But because
Oh no, her
I
mods are
think that,
faithful. Her
well,
mods
I
are
know
hardcore.
Her
I
mods
know
may
her
be
mods are
faithful,
faithful.
but she's not faithful to her mods.
Yes, that's
Look at what she's
exactly
done
what
to
I was
all of her
going to say.
mods.
Let one of those mods disagree with something that she says, and she will, just like everybody else, will turn on them in a second.
Yep.
So
There's
she
there's
really
another mod
has.
in the chat
She
right
really.
now that
She's
she turned
they're
on.
yeah, they're her best friends until they disagree with her, or until they see her true self.
And
That's so
truthfully, I
special.
was actually closer to KK. It was me, KK, Scott,
Oh, she
and
doesn't pay
Charlotte, and
them.
sometimes Sarah. We were mostly in the lives, and I was closest to KK, and within a second, just because I would not exclude Bridge Queen and Mama Hook, then it all changed.
I have a
Granny,
question for them.
Go ahead.
What is so special that you are doing all the fighting for SP and her own actions? Are you that scared to leave her? Because you're doing all the work. She just runs her mouth.
Some people
Southern
just want to
Granny.
belong.
Just be respectful, Southern Granny, and you can tell your story or what you have to say.
I'll drop down.
You're fine, Moon Pie. You can
You're
stay
fine.
there.
I know her
I'm not making
story,
you
and
leave.
I know she needs to tell it.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hey,
Hold on, I gotta go to my bedroom.
You got this.
Okay.
You got this.
Oh,
Dig
I know
deep.
I do. I ain't worried about it.
Dig deep.
Just be
But let me tell you,
respectful. That's all I ask.
but my thing is, for what they did to me, their karma's gonna be 10 times worse. And, I've never in my life ever been a beggar. I've never in my life been a scammer. I have never in my life went after people real life. I never will go after somebody real life. But the way I got drugged and Moon Pie got drugged, it's not right. And anybody got drugged by them, it's not right. And
And what did
whoever,
it do to your mental health? What did it do to your mental
it,
health?
it
People need to know.
mentally messed me up because it made me question who I really am, and what my self-worth was.
I laid in my bed for several days, y'all, crying, trying to figure out, what have I done? Am I who they say I am? Um, and I'm trying not to cry right now because it still got me
It's okay.
mentally messed up.
You're
Because
protected here. You're protected here. You got mods here. You do.
I know, but honestly, y'all, it's not what everybody made me out to be, and mentally, it messed me up because it made me question who I really am and my self worth. And it really puts your character into question with yourself because you're like, did I do that? And then you're like, wait a minute, why are they pulling me for what did I do? And it's like you've never said anything negative about them. You've never went after them. And never once did I speak any ill will against none of them. And I got the one racially profiled like I'm the racist when I publicly went on my platform and said I was sorry for what I said. I was sorry. I didn't mean any of those words I said, but the N word never had an R on it. Let's make that clear. Let's make that 100% clear. I never used the N word with the R. And the R word was not made to be what it was. They made it that way. Because I don't look at people in that way. I look at special people as God's angels. Okay? I don't see them as that R word. I never have and never will. I'm against making in front of people with special handicaps. I'm against it. I have an autistic nephew. I have a handicapped niece.
Southern Granny, I know who you are, and I get it. And it's easy to come out of character when you're being attacked from every angle. And you're feeling defenseless when you're sitting there getting bashed. So everybody has made mistakes
Yeah.
in certain things. So don't beat yourself up about it. It doesn't mean that you're a terrible person. It's the narrative that they want to feed.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, when he kept throwing out the R word, the N word, that's what really got to me the worst because I have special needs families and I'm not that way. I love them more than my own self. And I wouldn't want anybody coming at them for that. And that's what really, really got to me was being labeled that because that's not who I am.
But then you've got to consider, Southern Granny, that I also got in trouble for this and stood up because they were making remarks about ICE and green card and being stuck in Mexico, things to that effect. But they were kidding, and it says it. Somebody has the video posted to where they were talking about that, and said that I said something about it, but they were just kidding, so it was okay.
So
No, it's
they
not
were
okay.
It's not
It was
okay.
okay because they're joking, I guess.
That ain't okay. That ain't okay. That's
No,
racist.
no, it's not.
That's still racist.
It's not okay to use words
It's
that
not
are
okay,
offensive to
period.
people. And like we're trying to be respectful in here, it's not okay to use words that are offensive to people or that offend people. Let me just say that. But I do know that people get into a state of like uncontrollable anger, especially when things are said bad about you.
Right.
Sometimes you can't control what you say. I do understand that. But yes, some words should never be said. But there are times, I bet you everybody in this chat can say that there was times that they said things that they wish they never had.
Oh yeah. And it's the
But
biggest
they
regret of my
can't
life
point
right now.
fingers. They can't point fingers at her anymore after they sat and made numerous remarks about ICE and green cards and deportation and being stuck in Mexico against another creator. But they were just joking. It's still
Yeah.
disgusting. It's still wrong.
Well, I'll tell you what, Moonpod, they're calling me out to be a racist too, and it's only because Southern Granny was in my live one night, and I didn't know
Yep.
Southern Granny was catfish, and I
Nope.
didn't know that was who it was. She said she had a story to tell, and she wanted to tell it, and I was going to get her in the box because I was going to let her have her
Yep.
say. But let me say this too. I want to say this: just because people are in a box doesn't mean that we all have to agree. Doesn't mean that you support that person. If Southern Granny doesn't support me, that's fine. But if they want to have a freedom of platform to be able to speak of what they want to speak, this can be it. I have no ill will to people. None. I'll let you speak.
I
You
have
don't
nothing but
agree,
mad
you don't agree.
respect. Right.
In the same sense, though, they nailed her to the wall for saying, the R word. And there were even people in SP's chat that was like, yeah, I grew up saying that too until I figured out it was a derogatory word. Yes, it is a derogatory word now. But I don't feel like taking someone's mental health and dragging them specifically by naming off a mental health is
I
acceptable
agree.
either.
And when you drag people so far that you make them, I'm just going to say it, you make them want to unalive themselves, is a horrible person.
It is.
Facts.
And you got to
Exactly.
think about it.
That's where a lot of this is coming from. Because I'm going to tell you
Yep.
right now, y'all may think I'm one of the strongest people that I'm able to speak out and stuff, and we started this stuff, but I've been there. I've been in that dark hole because of her.
And it's not just her, though. It's all of the people that blindly, they blindly follow her. And, if they can't dox you, if they can't pull up a mugshot, if they can't pull up dirt, if they can't do any of that, they literally try to destroy you emotionally and mentally. And then if someone were
Exactly.
to unalive themselves, you know what they're going to say? Well, I didn't make them do that. We don't know what else she had going on. That's not my fault. Oh, well.
Exactly. But you don't know where that person stands. And
Oh. Yep.
just be,
Go ahead, baby.
just quit being rude to folks. I mean, just calling people out and saying things don't make it true just because you say it.
Right.
And I'm speaking on SP and them not showing proof. Just because you say something doesn't mean it's true. You should. What is that saying? Only believe half of what you see and nothing that you read, or something
Yep.
like that, or
Something like that.
But I can
can't
tell
remember
you though,
exactly. It's been a long time.
I can tell you that the people that get that close to doing something like that and they come back from it are way much stronger than the people that are trying to cause it.
Right.
Abby Nanny, there's some things that is not just TikTok. Let me do the depression thing. It wasn't TikTok that I was necessarily depressed over. I enjoy TikTok. It gave me that escape. But when you're bipolar, and I don't know if Moon Pie can agree with this or not, but when you're bipolar, you have extreme highs and extreme lows. Mine is different. I have very low, extreme lows, and instead of a bunch of highs, I have a lot more lows. And so when I get into that low spot, it's hard for me to dig out, and I can be in it for years. And once I get into that hole, any little thing can set me off to where I'm so bad that I feel like I am unalive inside myself.
And I don't agree. I do not agree. I do not agree that people that have mental health issues should have to delete an app and not be a part of an app just because there's nasty, mean people on here. I don't agree with that at all. We have a right to be on this app just as much as everybody else does. everybody else.
Exactly.
That's not
And
good to say
and I
that we
tell
shouldn't
people,
have it.
I tell people all the time, my brain tells me all the time of all bad things. And then when I hear from the outside, it's even worse. But I can say a lot more bad stuff about myself than anybody can say about me. I can tell you that much. My
Do
brain
I
talks
think
for
that
me.
there's some days we need to step back and take mental health days? Yes. Are there some days that we need to block certain people and just tell people, hey, I don't care what they say? Yes. But everybody has a right to be on this app, Facebook, Twitter, anything. Everybody has a right. Maybe try telling the people who are rude and manipulative and evil to get off the app, or to be good people would be more appropriate.
B Nanny, it's hard for me to explain. Um, if I didn't do my TikToks when I was, if I didn't have the escape, I'd be in that world the whole time. I have to have some kind of outlet. Um, and it's just really hard to explain. If you don't deal with the severe depression part of the bipolarism, it's really hard to describe. I, I, I can't tell you how it feels. It's, maybe Moon Pie has better words for it than I do.
And it's different. It's different when you're like me. I'm an introvert. I might leave my house one time a week. My husband works a whole lot. He's the only person I have physical contact with for 6 days a week, usually. It's different. That'd be like saying I'm not going to drive my car in traffic anymore because it upsets me. This is the way I get to be a part of the world. This is the way I get to make friends. I have a right to be here just as much as the mean people. Now, do I take a step back when my mental health needs it? Absolutely. But for people with social anxiety, introverted people, people that have mental challenges, and all sorts of reasons, come here to have some sort of life. If I find an area that's really crappy that makes me unhappy, I avoid it. But when people bring it to your doorstep, you've got a choice. You can choose to deal with it and move past it, hide from it, or not be here. I choose to not let people dictate my life like that. I mean, some of us, this is the way we get out into the world. I
exactly.
Well, I
have
just,
social anxiety.
yes, I needed to come up here and evidently explain myself because I think what I wrote in the comments was mistakenly. I didn't mean it the way y'all have taken
No,
it.
no, 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 no.
Um,
You were
let
asking
me
questions, and I was trying to answer how it was with me
yes,
and my
understand.
experiences with it.
Un-
And I didn't
yes,
take offense to it at all. Not at
okay,
all. Don't think that for 1 minute. I
okay.
did not take offense of it. I
And
understand you
I'm
don't.
just
A lot of
loud.
people don't
I'm loud
understand.
anyway.
Well,
Yeah, I am too.
I understand mental health. I'm 74 years old. I have experienced mental health my own life, and my daughter, Tammy, who is no longer with us, she was bipolar. So I know that part too. She was 50 when she overdosed. Okay, so let me say this. I watch. I'm a watcher. Somebody called it, what'd you say, a window watcher? I like that. That's what I am. I'm a window watcher. I know who y'all's talking about. There's a few more on here. TikTok is, all I'm trying to say is, if somebody is dogging me, or as they call it, doxing me, and saying all kinds of nasty things to me, to me, and like I'm from old school, if that's bothering me, then don't go around that. And I didn't mean you don't have a right to be on
No,
TikTok. TikTok's
no,
for
no, no.
everybody. Just maybe you don't have a right to go near that person anymore because they aggravate you. So don't go around them. Then that way you don't have to be stressed about them, or you don't have to have anything negative to hear about them, or you don't even have to hear their voice. Just don't do it. Just say no.
That would
That's
be
it. That's all I gotta
great
say.
in a
Love
perfect
y'all.
world.
Well,
Okay. We love you
okay.
too.
That's my world. That's my world.
Yeah.
That's how I deal with it. And I'm 74. It works for me, honey. So y'all just give it a try. Is all I'm saying. Sometimes it's best
Okay.
to more. My mama used to say, you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. Love y'all. Good night. I'm in the comments. Thanks for letting me
Okay.
up. Love y'all.
Hey,
Bye.
you're welcome. Do you know how to get down, or do you need us
I'm
to get
going
you
to
down?
try.
Thank you.
No,
But it's like my
I'll get
mental
you down.
is when
He's
I would.
scanning.
thank
Oh,
you.
the reason why I get on this app when I started going live with Moon Pie is to help with my mental, to get away from my situation, to try to just get my mind off of worrying. And when I was able to get on and cut up with people and laugh and have a good time, that helped in so much more ways. I got in a live today that I didn't know I could get up in a box. But when I got up in a box on my husband's account, and we were all in that box and we talked for 5 hours, it was the best therapy I could have ever had. It helps way more to just talk to people and just to get it off your chest. And a lot of people don't understand is it's not when you're sitting here telling about your situation, it's not dry begging. And it's me trying to just vent to get it off my shoulders, and that's what they took advantage of. And they took it the wrong way and turned it to their narrative. And that's not what you do. That's not what you do. And me and a bunch of us was in that box and laughed, we cried, we vented, and we were angry, and it just helped. And it was no drama, it was just us and a few people in the comments, and we had a really really good time, and I enjoyed it. It helped more than y'all understand. And I appreciate every one of y'all up in here: Bridge Queen, Mama Hook, Jesse James, and Moonpie, and everybody in the comments. I appreciate every one of y'all for giving me this time to speak. I really do. If you
Oh,
ever
you're
have
very welcome.
problems you feel
Well, you're
like
welcome.
you're gonna attack, you can message any one of us. It's just been hard, and trust me, I feel more safe with y'all, and I appreciate y'all holding these lives and bringing the truth out. Um, and kudos to you. I back you up 100%. And it needs to come out about the bullying. It's got to stop. It's got to stop because it's not anti-scam anymore. This has turned into bullying.
And
Yes.
that's what a lot of them do, and
Yeah.
especially on that side. And it's
Oh
it's
yeah.
unfair. It's unfair to people that just want to get out of that situation, and then they turn on them and do the same thing that they do to other people. And it's not
Right.
fair. You know,
It's
I
not.
don't know. I don't know where people's morals have went anymore. It just seems like they don't have it.
Exactly. Thank y'all for the gifts. I didn't expect any gifts, but I do appreciate them. Y'all don't have to gift me. I appreciate them though. But exactly, they don't care.
Well, there's no one in here that's going to do anything like that. They haven't done anything like that, especially Mama Hook and Bridge Queen. They
Right.
they've been down that road and they know how it feels. So and nobody in here. I mean, they can bully me all they want to. I don't care because
Right.
you know it just doesn't affect me. But I know that it does affect other people, and it's not right, and I don't agree with it.
Oh no, I don't agree with it either. And it's not right how they've done everybody. Like it's not right. Like how they've done Nikki. It's wrong. And how they've done Moonpie and Mackenzie. They have drug everybody that has not been the narrative. And I speak that because I'm with Moon Pie. I back Moon Pie 100%. And everybody that's for this, let's do it, because mental health awareness needs to be addressed, but at the same time, everybody needs to come together and just talk, just to be able to talk and get it off their chest.
You
Yeah.
know, go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say that lady that was up here. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, but I absolutely respect what she said. But I wanted to say the reason why we're doing this is, for one, to hope that new people don't fall victim or fall trap to her, and number two, it's to give people a place to speak that have been affected by her. There's so many people that are afraid to say anything because of what she's going to do to people, and a lot of us are not afraid, and we're standing up and being a platform for people like Southern Granny and Moon Pie, and to come and tell their story, and
Yeah.
and hope that this don't happen. Hope that we can stop other people from this same thing happening too.
And give
Well,
people
I
a
don't,
platform and a place to come if they want to get out.
I don't want someone to feel like we did and feel trapped and feel like that there was no way out, and if they were, then they would be in fearful of their literally their lives because they wanted to leave something. That's what I'm trying to do.
And
Because when I was,
just to clarify, when Bridge and I first started this, it was really hard. We lost some friends that we had teamed up with, and there were certain things that wasn't liked, and they dropped out, and that's okay. I don't blame them, because at the end of the day, it was just me and Bridge that we were going to do the live, and there was times where Bridge would want to quit this. She didn't see a point in it because we were doing this basically by ourselves. And then I would want to quit. I didn't want to do it anymore. It was time consuming. We had to, do all this research on our own, and it was really hard, and we wanted to give up. But each time either one of us wanted to give up, we kept thinking about the people out there that were going to get hurt next, only hurt worse. And there was times we had to lift each other up. We cried on the phone multiple times. It's taken a lot of time out of our family lives that we can't get back over a silly app. But there's some people, like Moon Pie had stated, that rely on this app for some type of interaction, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And to keep dragging people through the mud and finding new victims, and I will say victims because that's what they are. They've either been in a dark place or they're just plain evil to begin with. But that's what kept me and Bridge going on this. You can ask my husband, who's up here right now, how long I would work on this. I would get 2 hours of sleep a night just researching how many other people she's done this to. And I would screen record and do all this stuff. And it took a lot of time away from my family. But now look at how many people have been able to come out and speak and feel comfortable. There are still some that don't feel comfortable, but we get inboxed all the time. Thank you for doing this. It makes me feel better to know that I wasn't alone or, made fun of. And you give us purpose to feel like someone is speaking for us when we still can't. And they may never be able to speak.
Yeah, and I just want to say I'm just so proud of the people that do feel safe in this box. I love you too, Deeds Nita. That's my sister, y'all. I'm glad people feel safe to be in here to say what they need to say and get it out. Because the first part of healing is trying to get it out. You have to let it go. If you don't, it'll eat you up inside, and it'll make you even worse off than what you were to begin with. But if everybody's afraid to speak up, then it's just going to wallow over and make you bitter and put you in a worse place than what you were. I hope I'm making sense. But I want people to feel like this is a safe place, and we can have a fun place too. Like in the mornings, we'll do a fun thing, and then every now and then we'll do a live like this. But I just want everybody or anybody that's listening, if you have anything that you want to get out, you can come here.
And again, and let's make this very clear for those listening in the hallway. These are not, I don't want this. I'm not going to bash. I'm not going to talk bad. I'm simply going to tell you what happened to me and how it affected my mental health. Now, whether they see it that way or not, that's on them. But like Abby Nanny said, like I block them. I don't sneak and watch their lives. I don't care what they do. I know that tomorrow this live is probably going to be everywhere and there's going to be a lot of chatter because that's the way they do things. One of them's probably screen recording us right now, making notes, clipping stuff. And I'm okay with that because you know what? I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to know about it. I'm not going to hear about it. You know how they say when they're scammers, don't go to their page. Don't feed into it. Don't give them the views. Well, I'm not giving them the views anymore. I'm not giving them the attention anymore. I'm not giving them the people anymore. And if
Hey.
you're still afraid to come out, go backwards in time, even past Bridgequeen and Mama Hook. Go backwards. Watch videos. Look at people she's fell out with. Read. Do your research on her. See what you find for yourself.
Go ahead, D. Tanita.
All right. Well, I've been on TikTok for about 10 years, long time since it started, way before I think a lot of people even found it. But my sister, which is Bridgewoman, it's my twin. And this is the first time, Sherry, I've ever spoke on this platform because I don't, I'm a stay to myself.
Yeah, I know.
But this is the most fun I have had on here listening to y'all talk because I don't talk to nobody. And to understand that there's other people out there, Sherry, I don't care if you talk, well, I said your name. But anyway, my sister can talk about how we're twins. It's easier for her to speak when I don't know how to explain it. She's the more dominant. But I'm shy. She's not. But Sherry, today this has been like the best thing because I've not heard anybody since I've been on TikTok where you could actually tell somebody, hey y'all, I've got this bothering me, especially with mental health. Because I'm one of the secret people, like suicide, I don't know how to say it, thing, secret bad depression. And this is the first time I actually even got on here to be even talk because it's embarrassing sometimes, I guess, for myself. But Sherry, this has been fun. I like this one. I know I don't talk on here. I don't talk.
But girl, you're not alone.
Let me put this out there. We're trying to get my sister to 1,000. If y'all can, just follow her because we want to do.
I don't even care about the 1,000 thing because I don't ever talk on there. But this is the first time I ever spoke on it.
Hey, Bridgequeen.
Little baby.
We share the same name.
Oh, do we?
Oh.
Yes, I do a Y. ERRY.
That's my sister.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say, Sherry, Sissy, or I don't know how to, Sissy.
Thank you, Tanita. I appreciate it. I love you.
But it's been fun. I've been listening. I've been laying in the bed listening, and I got up. I was like, well, I got to say something. Because, I'm glad
that I helped you get brave enough to come live and come on here and actually talk.
Because I'm really, really shy. Really, really shy.
Yes,
and I'm bipolar. I'm severe bipolar. And I have exposure control disorder along with it. And this is the first time I've even been able to say it out loud. But I said it today. But I want, because everybody has problems. And there's times in life when you feel like nobody understands who I am. Nobody knows. To me, I don't know what even exists in the world without somebody else because I don't know. I've been with Sherry forever. I've had her forever. So I don't even know what it'd be like alone. So for the people out there, I don't understand what it is to be alone. But I know how it is when I don't have my person because she's thousands of miles away.
Right.
And this is a close I've been able to talk and feel closer to her. Today, this is a good chat. I like it.
And you got us people now too. You got us people. I'm bipolar too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get off here. That's much. I still listen, but I'm really, really shy. So, but I let you know, Sherry, I love it. Love it. All right.
Thank you, and I love you, Tanita.
Love you too, sissy. All right.
I'll get you out the box.
Now
I
get
don't
off.
know how. Let me get you. I'll get you.
Okay.
Y'all, I'm so proud of my sister. Thank you for coming up there. Thank you, sister.
This has
Oh, that
been
was so
beautiful.
awesome.
Wasn't it great? This is
That was
amazing.
awesome.
I hope, oh, I love this, guys. This should become a regular thing. Like, where
Yeah, it
mental
should.
health is so important.
I didn't know you
And
had a
there's
twin.
so
That's so
many
cool.
of us.
There's so many of them out there that need things like this that people just don't pay attention to, and they should
Right.
get more attention like this, much more attention.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree.
I think I
Because
feel like I'm a lot stronger tonight than I have been in a long time. And I appreciate everything that everybody has said and all the support that we've gotten for coming out
yeah.
and telling people that they don't have to be scared anymore. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. You can do what you need to do.
And
We
it's
could,
very,
Brit.
very important for people to realize, okay? And I was never ashamed of my mental. Well, for a long time I was, and until I learned, and I've been in therapy my whole freaking life, so I could probably be a therapist. But just saying. But like, it brought to my attention when she actually tried to use a diagnosis against me to discredit me, and I think in reality that made me stronger because like so many people are afraid to talk about their mental health. So many people are ashamed to talk about their mental health. I've been dealing with this since I was like 11 and I'm 50. And when we make it to where we're okay with our mental health, then people can no longer use it against us. And you can make some amazing friends, amazing people. And I think we all, like Ernest Hemingway said, you've got to be a little broken to let the light in. So I think we did an amazing thing tonight, and I hope it's the start of something that lasts for a long time.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I
I
agree. And
appreciate every one of y'all.
I
Yeah.
think it's
Oh,
a
Big
great
Daddy, I'm
place.
sorry you're crying. We're not trying to make people cry. I just, I just want everybody to be able to and not have to hold things in anymore, and let everybody know you're not alone. There's other people out there, but we can band together.
And you can come in here without being attacked. Also, like
Exactly.
we're not going to allow people to come in here and trash people and make up lies. And and it's a safe place for people that's fell victim to I'm going to say it, that cult. You know.
Exactly.
No one in
Exactly.
this live ever gets attacked. I mean the people that are talked about, specifically SP, but the people like that, if they want to, if they want to call it attack, then that's fine. But to me, that's more of awareness than anything. Anything that she does, it's more of awareness than anything that she does.
And I wanted to say something last night, and I totally forgot. I'm not gonna say no name because then I just know what will happen. It'll get talked about, and it'll be used. And but a lot of people know who I'm talking about probably. But there's another lady that I don't know if she's a mod for them or not, but she rides hard for SP, but she this lady I remember used to back when Mufasa was live all the time begging. She used to make up a bunch of lies about him, and one time in particular said that she was going to the motel, and she had video proof that she went and talked to the um, people that owned it and was gonna show this all proof, and then she had this date set, like a certain time she was gonna do it, and then never did, and everybody's like, where's your proof, I don't gotta show you guys a mother effing thing, and I don't, it was just a bunch of lies to get attention. And I know why she's in that group. She fits perfectly in there with them.
And the funny part about it is if those people, the mods specifically, realized that there are multiple mod chats where they bash each other, it was amazing. And if I could go back and find it, 954 would be devastated to know how bad SP cannot stand her.
And I can tell you some of the stuff that goes on in that mod chat, I can't even speak on here. It made me feel so uncomfortable in some of this stuff. And yeah, they'll use it against me. They're going to say I was right there. It's sort of like being in a DV situation almost with them as well. And I'm going to say it like that. And I've been in a DV situation, and I've been in where you had to do what you had to do just to survive. And that's basically what I was trying to do. I tried several times to get out of that, and I was scared too.
And it's silly why we're scared. It really is. And once you build stronger and stronger, we couldn't have done this really without some people actually opening their eyes and actually listening to what we said. And most of you in here. For that, I say thank you. These late nights that Bridge and I have done, losing sleep and taking time out of our day to do this means something to us, because we worked so hard on it and we multiple times felt like we would never get anywhere.
But see, we wouldn't have a platform to come here without you all that are here now to, we can't have it live on our own because they'll come in and like flash report us, and, it gets shut down. We can't speak unless we're protected. And most of us don't have the numbers like they do in order to tell, our stories and our truth. And this is very important to us. And, like somebody said, we're not bashing her. We're bringing awareness, because awareness is important, because at some point, the abuse has to stop. It is mental and emotional abuse, and that is bullying, and it has to stop. And I think, my nanny used to say everything happens for a reason. So Mama Hook and Bridgequeen, all those endless nights you guys spent and wanting to give up and not giving up and keeping the fight going and fighting the fight and doing everything you're doing, it happened for a reason. So people like myself and Southern Granny, and hopefully more people, and you guys, Jesse James and Otto, people will come forward and feel comfortable because they know they're protected here. Now, is there probably going to be some videos flung around about this live tomorrow? Absolutely.
Of course.
Is it probably going to be on YouTube? Absolutely. But you know what? We don't got to watch it. We don't got to listen. We're not going to give them views. They don't deserve any more of our attention, our time, or to hurt us anymore. They don't. And that it's fine. Let them do it. Let them do it. It's fine.
That's a good way to look at it. And when I do happen to run across it or hear it, or someone shows it to me or sends it to me or something like that, most of the time I will just sit back and laugh at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was a live that went on the other night, and there was some things said, and I just laugh at it. I've had people say things to me that some people wouldn't even imagine. And over the years that I was in law enforcement and corrections, and nothing that anybody can say to me on this app is going to affect me. Now, when they're standing face to face to you, like it has happened to me before, then that's different, And if I can handle that, there's nothing on here going to bother me.
Exactly. And you can look at it like this too. Let them post these videos in full entirety. Let them post it, because there's going to be people who are going to sit and watch the whole full video, the whole thing, and there's no commentary. So they're going to watch it, and they're going to be able to listen and hear and do their own research. So really what they're doing is giving us publicity to point out why we left, why we're here, why we feel like we need a safe environment. I mean, all they're doing is proving our point. When we say they're doing something and they're recording us, they can go back to any of the other videos they've done and look. I mean, it's all there. You just have to open your eyes. You just have to look at it. That's all you got to do.
Exactly. Well, guys, I know everybody's waiting. Um, I I'm gonna have to go to bed because everybody wants me to go on live in the morning about 6:30 to do my satire. So I gotta get a little bit of sleep.
Yeah, I'm
So
going to
probably
actually
gonna
try to
end
sleep tonight.
this. We're going to end this because, and plus my battery's almost dead too. I have just extremely enjoyed everybody that has been in my life today. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank you for the shares, the likes, the gifts. And you know, gifts are not necessary over here, but they're always
Yes, thank
appreciated
you,
because I
everybody.
know how hard everybody works for those. And that's your hard earned money that you take and give to me
Thank
out of
you, Moon
respect,
Pie.
and I understand that.
Yeah, thank you everybody, and
Thank you.
I'm really glad you're opening up this platform for people to feel safe and tell their truth. So I respect the hell out of that.
And it wasn't something that was planned. I mean, it just
No.
kind of fell in our laps, and I'm happy to do so. And like, and I'm sure, and I'm not going to speak for any of you guys, but I'm pretty sure that if someone needed to reach out, that you could reach out to any one of us in the boxes.
Yep.
It's
Reach out
just,
to,
And
yeah, just reach out to anybody. If you're in a bad situation, just reach out.
Thank you.
I
Don't feel
appreciate
like you're
y'all.
alone.
And just making
Oh, definitely now I know.
one last final pun at this. I have to do this. Sorry, I'm being petty. The truth will stand when the world's on fire.
oh Jesus, I could have
The
done with
truth
that.
will stand.
The truth
Mm-hmm.
will stand when the world's on fire. Good night, y'all.
Good
Drop
night,
the
Moon
mic.
Pie. And I'm so proud of you. And you're welcome anytime. Y'all are welcome anytime.
Good
Thank
night,
you,
y'all.
Bridgequeen.
Yep, and
Good night,
You're
love.
welcome.
just for the window watchers, really fast. I meant what I said earlier, and if it happens, you're treading on water. So anyway, y'all have a good night.
Good night, y'all. I appreciate
And
y'all, every one of
thanks
you.
for the gifts. I forgot to say anything. You
Yeah,
got
thank you for the gifts.
Good night, Southern Granny.
Good night, JC James. Good night, Mama Hook. Good night, Bridge Queen. I appreciate every one of
Good
y'all.
night.
Good
Everybody have a
night.
great night. I will see y'all in the morning about 6:30. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna have to set my alarm for that. Y'all have a great night. I will do my satire in the morning. Mama Hook, Jess, James, you know I
Don't
love y'all. Y'all know I
don't
love
call
you.
me. I love you too.
You
Call
know I
me.
love you. I will. And I love you guys
Night.
for being there and enjoying the live. And y'all have a great night and get some sleep. And we'll see you in the morning.
Night. Aw, that was
All right, I'm
cute.
trying to end it, y'all. I'm trying to end it.
Good way to
Stop.
get